Ándale, ya les va a tocar, Anela.
Sí, no, de hecho nosotros sí estamos buscando ya ir planteando los Erasmus 2027, porque ustedes saben, ¿verdad? Uno los mete en febrero y se va enterando como en octubre
Sí,
si entraron o no. Entonces, estamos esperándolos.
pues con todo el favor de Dios que sí, Marianela, porque van a hacer un gran trabajo contigo al frente.
Esperemos que sí.
Ok, entonces yo ahorita voy a tomar la presentación y déjenme la voy a poner al principio.
Alejandra, si tienes el enlace de donde se transmite, porque entiendo que ese enlace se genera hasta que ya empiezan a transmitir, ¿lo puedes compartir en el chat para pasarlo a un grupito de personas que tenía esperando la transmisión?
Sí, igual si entran al YouTube de Cielo, ahí va a aparecer el en vivo. Aquí lo busco el link, pero pueden ir entrando a YouTube.
Ay, es que yo tengo la cuenta de Cielo guardada como, o sea, lo tengo logueado, entonces no puedo entrar a Cielo sin... Ah, bueno, desde una de incógnito podría.
El incremento de la
Oye, oye Alejandra, ¿me puedes poner también como anfitrión? Necesito ser anfitrión para pasar la palabra a los demás, ¿sale? ¿Perdón?
No estoy segura.
¿Me
A
puedes
ver,
poner como coanfitrión?
sí. Listo.
Perfecto, gracias. Oye, Ale, pero no me aparece lo de, reclamar el anfitrión.
Pero ya eres anfitrión, yo te di el permiso.
Ah, perfecto. Entonces ya puedo pasar la voz y todo, ¿verdad?
Sí. Oye, te mandé el link de YouTube por WhatsApp. Es que no puedo ponerlo aquí yo.
Ah,
¿Lo puedes
perfecto,
compartir en
perfecto.
el chat?
Claro que
Porfa.
sí.
Yo lo compartí en el chat, la transmisión.
Ah,
Ah,
gracias.
perfecto. Gracias, Ale.
Ale, te mandé un WhatsApp, Ale.
Ok, 4 minutos y empezamos. Llevamos 15.
¿Dónde pusieron el link para YouTube?
Sí, está ahí en el chat. Michelle, no te había dicho, muchísimas gracias por las imágenes, que te quedaron muy bonitas.
No, hombre, de nada. Aquí estamos.
Sí, gracias. Hermano José Antonio, muy buenos días, ¿cómo está?
Buenos días, Anabel. Aquí estamos con mucha
Muchas,
ilusión para este
muchas
día.
gracias, hermano. Víctor, buenos días. Pati, buenos días. Fabián, gracias.
Buenos días.
Hola, buenos días a todos.
Buenos días, Pati.
Hello. Buenos días.
Hi, Carly, again. Joshua, buenos días.
Hola, hola, buenos días.
El incremento de la obesidad infantil en América Latina es un gran problema social, económico y de salud mental para las familias y la sociedad en general.
¿Se escuchan?
Sí, sí se escucha.
Gracias.
El incremento de la obesidad infantil en América Latina es un gran problema social, económico y de salud mental para las familias y la sociedad en general. Con el apoyo del programa Erasmus, el proyecto Cielo ha iniciado sus esfuerzos para abordar esta problemática a través de la investigación y el desarrollo de capacidades para la prevención de la obesidad infantil y la promoción de la salud mental. Cielo entra en acción al reunir a 3 universidades europeas y 9 latinoamericanas que colaboran para crear un programa de capacitación de posgrado en línea y una innovadora aplicación móvil llamada eToolkit. El primer paso consiste en realizar un diagnóstico detallado del contexto en América Latina, enfocándose en la comprensión mutua de la salud y la promoción de la salud mental. A partir de este diagnóstico, se desarrollará el programa de posgrado en línea y se capacitará a los académicos en las universidades participantes, potenciando sus habilidades docentes y preparándolos para formar a los profesionales que trabajan en entornos comunitarios primarios en Chile, Costa Rica y México. Una vez listos, se implementará el curso multidisciplinario y se evaluará su impacto en la prevención de la obesidad infantil y en la promoción de la salud mental. Cielo también busca influir en las políticas públicas de los países participantes para lograr un impacto duradero. Para ello, será esencial contar con el apoyo de instituciones y organizaciones en el ámbito educativo y de salud, que puedan apoyar uniéndose a la discusión y siguiendo de cerca y dando difusión a los avances e impactos del proyecto.
Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Erasmus Cielo Final Seminary. My name is Mariana del Covarrubias Diaz-Couder, and I will be your host for this opening segment. We are thrilled to have you all here, representing universities from Latin America and Europe, united by a common goal: improving children's health through innovative education. Before we begin, let's enjoy a special message from the rectors and deans of our partners universities, who have been the driving force behind this project. Let's watch this video.
Profesor Anna Jurkowska-Zeidler, prorektor do spraw współpracy i umiędzynarodowienia Uniwersytetu Gdańskiego. Gdańsk, Polska. Erasmus plus Cielo to nie tylko projekt, to pomost pomiędzy Europą a Ameryką Łacińską. Na Uniwersytecie Gdańskim świętujemy wymianę najlepszych praktyk z kolegami z 6 krajów tworzących grupę roboczą reprezentującą różne dyscypliny. Witamy na międzynarodowym seminarium projektu Erasmus plus Cielo.
Soy Edward Müller, soy fundador y rector de la Universidad para la Cooperación Internacional basados en Costa Rica. Es responsabilidad de nuestras universidades ayudar a co-crear un futuro para las generaciones actuales y futuras. A través del proyecto Cielo estamos logrando aplicar esto en territorio. Bienvenidos al Seminario Internacional del proyecto Erasmus Cielo.
Estimadas autoridades del proyecto Erasmus de la Unión Europea, rectores de las instituciones que conformamos esta alianza, gestores y responsables del programa, comunidad internacional, me da un enorme gusto saludarlos y cerrar con ustedes esta gran iniciativa que nos ha transformado en la forma como colaboramos como instituciones educativas internacionales. Gracias al respaldo del programa Erasmus de la Unión Europea, las 12 universidades participantes tuvimos la oportunidad de colaborar con una meta muy clara: actualizar la formación de nuestros profesionales para hacer frente a la obesidad infantil. Desde el principio tuvimos retos muy significativos. El principal de ellos fue articular una respuesta académica internacional frente a las complejas necesidades de salud pública de nuestras regiones. Asimismo, la coordinación exigió a nuestros equipos de investigación adaptarse y realizar grandes esfuerzos para cruzar fronteras físicas y disciplinares. Una muestra muy clara de este esfuerzo fue el Seminario Internacional Permanente que organizamos aquí, en nuestra universidad. Logramos reunir y capacitar a más de 200 personas entre personal de salud local, docentes y estudiantes, abriendo un espacio de diálogo y aprendizaje. Este proyecto internacional también nos permitió intercambiar experiencias y enriquecer nuestra perspectiva, gracias al componente internacional y a las reuniones en los diferentes países. La Salle Oaxaca participó de manera presencial en mesas de trabajo tanto en Europa como en Latinoamérica. Aprendimos mucho en el Seminario Nacional en prevención de la obesidad infantil, específicamente en la mesa de diálogo sobre el rol del trabajo interprofesional en la salud infantil. Ahí quedó claro que para proteger a la niñez, la salud y la educación deben caminar juntas. El impacto de Cielo lo observamos también en nuestra infraestructura. El proyecto nos deja un beneficio muy importante, un sistema de videoconferencia completo, una pantalla de alta definición, cámara especializada, 3 computadoras portátiles y 4 tabletas de última generación. La conferencia magistral sobre sistemas alimentarios regenerativos, impartida por el doctor Félix Cañet Padres, decano de la Universidad para la Cooperación Internacional de Costa Rica, representó un gran ejemplo del trabajo colaborativo. El doctor Félix nos invitó a pensar en soluciones sostenibles desde la raíz del problema y nos ayudó a reforzar las alianzas y los lazos que construimos entre las instituciones participantes. La Salle Oaxaca asumió con orgullo la gran distinción de ser la sede oficial de la última reunión internacional de equipos de trabajo del proyecto Cielo. Tuvimos el gran honor de recibir en nuestra casa a prestigiados investigadores de diversas partes del mundo y de México. Los acogimos con profunda alegría y como muestra de nuestra identidad, compartimos con todos ustedes una gala de nuestras costumbres y tradiciones, enriqueciendo este encuentro científico con un espíritu de hermandad y comunión lasallista. Agradezco profundamente el respaldo de la Unión Europea y la sinergia forjada con cada universidad aliada. También agradezco muy profundamente al equipo de gestoras, gestores, investigadoras e investigadores por su voluntad y entrega en esta colaboración. El ciclo de este proyecto concluye, pero el conocimiento generado, las capacidades y nuestro compromiso con el futuro de la niñez quedan firmemente arraigados en nuestra institución. Muchas gracias. Indivisa Manem. Lo unido permanece.
Hola, buen día. Mi nombre es Oscar Lara, rector de la Universidad La Salle Pachuca. La conclusión del proyecto Erasmus Cielo representa un momento significativo para nuestra universidad y una oportunidad para reafirmar el compromiso que tenemos como institución de educación superior frente a los desafíos actuales. Este proyecto nos deja una certeza. Problemáticas como la obesidad infantil requieren respuestas integrales, construidas desde la investigación, el conocimiento interdisciplinario y la colaboración internacional. A través de Cielo, fortalecimos una red de trabajo entre universidades de Europa y América Latina. Desarrollamos recursos educativos innovadores y ampliamos las oportunidades de formación mediante iniciativas de alcance internacional orientadas a la prevención y al bienestar integral. Para la Universidad La Salle Pachuca, uno de los mayores logros ha sido fortalecer una cultura de investigación con impacto social. La participación de docentes, investigadores, colaboradores confirma que el conocimiento adquiere verdadero valor cuando responde a necesidades reales de las personas y las comunidades. Este esfuerzo también deja capacidades instaladas, nuevas alianzas académicas, mayores oportunidades de cooperación y una formación interdisciplinaria para nuestros estudiantes. Como Universidad Lasallista, entendemos que educar es transformar. Por ello, seguimos impulsando una educación que integre excelencia académica, investigación y servicio para generar soluciones que contribuyan al desarrollo humano y al bien común. Agradezco profundamente a las instituciones aliadas y a toda nuestra comunidad universitaria por hacer posible este proyecto. Hoy concluye una etapa, pero permanece nuestro compromiso de seguir investigando, colaborando y formando profesionales capaces de transformar su entorno. Muchísimas gracias.
Estimadas y estimados académicos, estudiantes y socios internacionales, hoy culminamos una experiencia de colaboración que representa de manera ejemplar el compromiso de nuestras instituciones con los desafíos más relevantes de la sociedad actual. El proyecto Erasmus más Cielo nos permitió trabajar junto a universidades y organizaciones de América Latina y Europa en torno a dos problemáticas que impactan profundamente la calidad de vida de nuestras comunidades, la obesidad infantil y la salud mental. Para la Universidad del Alma, Participar en esta iniciativa significó mucho más que integrar un consorcio internacional. Fue una oportunidad para fortalecer nuestras capacidades académicas, impulsar la innovación educativa y consolidar nuestra vocación de contribuir al bienestar de las personas a través de una educación de excelencia y con sentido social. Uno de los principales logros de este proyecto ha sido la creación de un ecosistema de formación y de colaboración que integra conocimiento científico, herramientas digitales y una versión interdisciplinaria de la salud. Gracias a ello, hoy contamos con nuevos recursos formativos, programas de capacitación internacional y soluciones tecnológicas que permitirán ampliar el impacto de nuestras acciones en beneficio de los estudiantes, de los profesionales y las comunidades. Asimismo, Erasmus más Cielo ha fortalecido la internacionalización de nuestra universidad, promoviendo el intercambio de experiencias, el aprendizaje mutuo y la construcción de redes de cooperación que seguirán generando oportunidades más allá de la finalización de este proyecto. Quisiera destacar especialmente el valor del trabajo colaborativo desarrollado entre instituciones de distintos países y culturas. Esta diversidad de perspectivas enriqueció cada etapa del proceso y nos permitió construir respuestas más innovadoras, más inclusivas y sostenibles para los desafíos que enfrentamos. Como Universidad del Alma, reafirmamos nuestro compromiso con la formación de profesionales capaces de liderar transformaciones positivas en sus entornos, integrando conocimiento, innovación y responsabilidad social. Agradecemos a todas y todos los socios del proyecto, a la Comisión Europea, a los equipos académicos y técnicos y a cada una de las personas que hicieron posible esta iniciativa. Los resultados de Erasmus más Cielo son una muestra concreta de cómo la cooperación internacional y la educación superior pueden contribuir a construir sociedades más saludables, más inclusivas y con mayores oportunidades para las futuras generaciones. Muchas gracias.
Para la Universidad Hispanoamericana, haber participado en el proyecto Cielo en el marco del programa Erasmus Plus ha representado una experiencia profundamente enriquecedora y de gran aprendizaje. Este proyecto nos ha permitido fortalecer nuestras capacidades académicas, innovar en el uso de herramientas digitales y colaborar con instituciones internacionales comprometidas con el bienestar social. Este esfuerzo cobra aún mayor relevancia si consideramos que Costa Rica es uno de los países de la región con mayores tasas de sobrepeso y obesidad infantil. Una situación que demanda respuestas urgentes, pero también integrales y responsables. Para la Universidad Hispanoamericana, participar en una iniciativa como Cielo, que busca prevenir y combatir esta problemática sin perder de vista el respeto por la salud mental de los niños y sus familias, es un claro ejemplo de cómo entendemos los grandes desafíos de nuestra sociedad con problemas complejos que requieren soluciones completas, humanas y basadas en evidencias. Hoy nos complace compartir que los principales productos desarrollados como parte de esta iniciativa ya se encuentran finalizados y disponibles para el público. Nos referimos a un curso en línea y a una aplicación para dispositivos móviles diseñados con altos estándares de calidad y con el propósito de generar un impacto positivo y sostenible a la comunidad. Quiero expresar un sincero agradecimiento a las y los docentes de la Universidad Hispanoamericana que participaron activamente en este proyecto. Su dedicación, profesionalismo y compromiso han sido fundamentales para alcanzar estos resultados. Este esfuerzo reafirma además nuestro compromiso con la salud integral de la niñez en Costa Rica, entendida no solo desde el bienestar físico, sino también desde el equilibrio emocional y social. Finalmente, es importante resaltar que participar en un proyecto Erasmus Plus no es mucho más que los productos desarrollados. Nos llevamos también la creación de convenios, redes de colaboración y vínculos de trabajo y amistad que sin duda continuarán enriqueciéndose en nuestra labor académica y nuestro impacto en la sociedad en los años por venir. Desde la Universidad Hispanoamericana seguimos trabajando por una educación que transforma vidas y contribuye activamente a construir una sociedad más saludable, consciente y solidaria. Muchas gracias.
Thank you, rectors and deans, for your inspiring words. Now let's officially start our seminar.
Hello, everyone. I hope you can hear me. My name is Marianela. I work in Universidad Hispanoamericana in Costa Rica. And before we continue, we will really like to capture this moment because it's hard for us to be all together in one space at the same time. So we would like to have a group photo. I will request all of you who can open your cameras right now to do it, and our technical team will take a screenshot to have a picture of this seminar in which we are ending our Cielo project. So please, everyone who can, open your camera. I'm going to translate. A todos los que puedan en este momento abrir su cámara sería ideal para sacar una fotografía. Okay, I'll count to 3 and we will have a screenshot. 1, 2, 3. Okay, just hold on one more second.
Hold on a little bit, please. And in count of 3,
1, 2, 3.
Thank you so very much.
Thank you, everyone. It is great. We will be sharing this picture in our website and with all of you who need it. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Marianela. Now I will take the word, please, and I will start again sharing my screen. Let's see. Here it is. So I would like to say in this beginning of the seminary, dear authorities, dear colleagues, companions, and fellow travelers of this great Erasmus Cielo project, special guests, and most especially dear friends who accompany us from a distance and from memory. Welcome to this final international seminary of Erasmus Cielo project. Today, we are not just closing a chapter. Today, we are celebrating a journey that began 3 years ago with a shared dream on paper, and which today materializes in this room, in these gazes, and the results we are about to unveil. When we think of the name of our project, Cielo, here in Spanish, we could not have chosen a more powerful metaphor. The sky is not a limit. It is the horizon that invites us to look upward, to dream of what does not yet exist, and to build bridges where before we only saw distance. And that is precisely what we have done. Build bridges between countries, between disciplines, between cultures, and show all between people. But today, beyond the indicators, the publications, and the memoranda of the understanding, I want to speak to you about what was truly woven the background of Cielo. Throughout this time, we have invested in this endeavor not only our technical knowledge or our management skills, we have invested our effort. Those endless hours of work the exhausting travels, the video calls, and at the impossible hours, 6 in the morning sometimes, we have invested our time. That's the resource we store from our families and our rest because we firmly believe in this mission. We have invested our dedication, that healthy obsession that every detail be cared for, every report reflect the excellence that characterizes us. And of course, we have invested our passion. A project without passion is merely a set of tasks. With passion, it becomes a legacy. In this moment of shared joy, our thoughts also turn toward those colleagues who, due to circumstances or life, are no longer physically with us in this room. Perhaps distance, perhaps new professional paths, or perhaps distinct wish for their early journey to end before its time. But I want you to know, and I want all of us to feel it, they are here together. Their footprint is stamped on each of the results we are about to present. Their essence lies in the methodology we develop, in the smiles of the beneficiaries we reach, and in the bond we'll still share. Those of us who had the honor of working alongside with them. This recognition is from them as well, because the Cielo we celebrate today has many stars as people who made it possible, and they are, without a doubt, some of the brightest. Today, as I look at this diverse and valuable audience, I see tireless researchers, administrative managers who made the impossible possible, communication teams who gave voice to our work, students who became drivers of change, and all of those anonymous collaborators whose silent work was the oil that kept this great machinery running. To each and every of you, thank you very much. Thank you for believing, for rowing in the same direction, and for never giving up. This seminary is not a period, it's a comma. It is the necessary pause to look back with pride, to celebrate our achievement, to share the lessons learned, and above all, to project ourselves toward the future. The results you will learn about today are not cold figures. They are stories of transformation, of mutual learning, and of collaborative construction. So I invite you in this session not only to listen the presentations, but to listen the stories. Not only to see the slides, but to see the future. And above all, to renew our commitment to what unites us. Certainly that international collaboration, the exchange of knowledge, the empathy are the most powerful tools we have to build a better world. Partners, all of you, friends, we declare the final seminary officially open. Thank you so much for being here. Let us begin. And we are really, really glad today we are honored to have with us today Mrs. Almudena Sáenz de Miera from the Erasmus program. Almudena will give us a welcome message to this final international seminar. Please join me with welcoming to Almudena. Thank you, Almudena.
Thank you, Maribel. Buenos días a todos y a todas desde Bruselas. Good morning from Brussels. Es verdaderamente un gusto asistir a esta reunión final de Cielo, un proyecto coordinado por Rigas Technical University que ya se inició hace 3 años. Parece que no, pero ya han pasado 3 años, cuyo final tocará ya pronto el 30 de junio. Voy a cambiar un poquito al inglés porque sé que entre todos ustedes también hay europeos que no son hispanófonos. So it's a pleasure to be with you today and to reflect on what this project has achieved. Today is a moment to celebrate the work of the whole consortium, but also to look ahead. Because Cielo might be written its formal ended as today, but its results and its partnerships should continue well beyond this meeting. And this is one of my main messages that I would like to pass. Let's do a little bit flashback. So I remember on 2023 that Cielo stood up from the start for several reasons. First, it brought together a very interesting international partnership. It was not the usual type of consortium, I must say. As a standalone project led by Latvia, with a strong participation from Finland and Poland, working closely with mostly newcomers partners in Latin America from Costa Rica, Chile, and Mexico, already saw it a value for Erasmus Plus because it was different countries, different experience, and shared community to solve a real social problem. So this kind of cooperation is not only symbolic, it creates better ideas, stronger tools, and broader impacts. And I'm sure that this will be reflected in Cielo results. And this is one, so the atypical composition of the partnership. The second atypical thing in Cielo was the theme. It was focused on something very important, but too often overlooked, which is the link between childhood obesity and mental health. As the external evaluation shows that I have the opportunity to look, this one of the project's most relevant and innovative features in Cielo. So a very relevant subject focused on childhood obesity prevention, fitting also very well in the health investment sector of the EU Global Gateway. At that time, you didn't know, but it's true that your project is linked to one of the priorities of the Global Gateway, and also linked to the digital transformation, which is another important priority in the European agenda. Among the major achievements, beyond the concrete results, we was developing postgraduate training program. As we hear from the presentations of the rectors, we see that it helped people understand the problem in a more human and realistic way, which is one of the major achievements, I think, of Cielo. The project also fills an important gap in training and education. In many places, the connection between obesity and mental health was not well covered in university courses or professional training, and Cielo, it seems that responded to this need by developing new learning resources, online courses, and digital tools, which is very in line, say it again, with the digital transition of the global gateway sector investment European Union agenda. Another possibly result, if I well understood, and we were expecting this, is that it helped institutions build new skills. Universities most probably gain experience in digital teaching, course design, quality assurance, and international cooperation. And this is important because it means the impact of the project is not limited to one set of outputs. It has also increased the capacity of institutions to keep innovating in the future. And this was one of the expected impact of the project that I hope that it did it. What else to say? Well, Cielo also builds, as I heard from the rectors, lasting networks. And this is also very important. Strong collaborations between universities, teachers, researchers, health professionals, students, and other stakeholders are strong relationships. and most of the valuable results of the project probably, because this creates a basis for future cooperation. As you know, for us, as I say, the effects of the project, the impacts at institutional, individual, and society level are very important that I hope to see in the final report of Cielo, and also sustainability. It's another important aspect that the project must show. A lasting international networks, continued dissemination, and plans for future cooperation among partner institutions will keep this action of Cielo alive. So I highly encourage you to keep this companion and cooperation relationship that you have with the help of Cielo. And finally, I would say that Cielo is also a very good example, at least I hope, of the added value of Erasmus+. As many of the rectors have said, Erasmus+ did not simply fund activities, did not simply search for outcomes. It created the conditions for results that were broader, deeper, and more sustainable than what isolated national efforts could likely have achieved. And I would say that this is also another attraction of this capacity building higher education action, no? That allows to these country participants to work together in an international sphere. And so today, I'm sure that we celebrate a successful project, but we also see this is a starting point, not an ending. So this project that has solved the complex health challenges need cooperation across countries, across disciplines, and across institutions. It's so that education can play a powerful role in prevention. And this is really another important point for us. And it's so that when we work together, we can create results that last. So let us use this final meeting not only to look back with pride, but also to look forward with ambition. Thank you for your commitment, your partnership, and your hard work. And last but not least, I wish you a very productive and inspiring meeting. Ojalá que este final no sea, bueno, sea feliz, por supuesto, pero que no sea finito, sino que sea el principio de muchas colaboraciones entre ustedes. Gracias por la atención.
Muchísimas gracias, señora Almudena, por su presencia. Thank you very much, Almudena, for your overview. It's clear our message. The Cielo project is not just a collaboration, but a true movement for change in Latin America. Thank you for your support always. Since the beginning, you were with us, and thank you for being here in the end of the project. Thank you so much.
Muchas gracias a ustedes y disculpen, me voy a tener que marchar, pero les deseo todo lo mejor.
Gracias, señora Almudena, y vamos a tener la grabación en YouTube para que si gusta usted después poderla ver, con mucho gusto la compartimos. Muchas gracias por estar
Muchas
aquí, por
gracias.
darse el tiempo.
Buen día a todos.
Hasta luego.
Hasta luego.
Quisiera ahora pasar la voz a mi compañera Marianela Salazar Ramos de Universidad Hispanoamericana para continuar con nuestro evento. Adelante, Marianela.
Gracias, Anabel. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you to Almudena for her words. Now we have a very important presentation on the institutional perspective on global results of our project. We are delighted to have Carlis Baltis from Riga University with us. And Carlis will talk to us a little bit about leadership coordination and the overarching results of Cielo. Carlis, the floor is yours.
So much, Marianela and Marianabel. I think it's very comforting to hear all the rectors and Almudena saying such good words. And in order to to celebrate the finish of the project. As you might see in my background, I have a bouncy castle that I will attend to right after the meeting to celebrate the finish of the project. That being said, it's very easy to look back and think why all the reasons why this project should succeed, right? We have a really good idea. We have very strong consortium and so on. But over the course of 3 years, I think we have passed numerous, let's say, challenges that, from management point of view, that made this project even more special. So we had to deal with the time zones. We had to deal with cultures, languages, with such a large consortium in terms of projects, which can be considered quite large. We have overcome multidisciplinarity in terms of technology, pedagogy, and healthcare science. So we have probably the most complicated combination of all the factors that might occur under Erasmus plus capacity building program. So that being said, my name is Carlos Falpich. I am from Riga Technical University, the coordinator institution of this project. I'm a researcher and project manager. And today I'm going to spend around 25 minutes telling how we look back at this journey. But again, I want to emphasize that by hearing so many heads of institutions speaking about the specific impact, about specific measures and outcomes of our project, I can say with confidence that I see that the impact is there. And despite all the complexity and diversity and everything we had, I think we have great results. And I want to take this opportunity also to thank partners from Latin America for organizing this meeting, also being very active and supportive in terms of meeting schedules and deadlines and everything we have went through. It truly has been a journey. And I have been not being in the first line, so I haven't been very close to all the activities, but I have been witnessing this from background, from let's say seat behind, and I can say with proud that I'm really glad and proud of the results and the partnership. So thank you for all of your hard work, first and foremost. So during my speech, I will just relate the main results on kind of the outlook, what is it, and try to emphasize also the path forward. All right. So with your permission, I will share the screen if that's all right, because I have prepared a couple slides that I would like to show to you. Okay.
Yes, you can go ahead, Carlis.
Perfect. Yeah. I hope you can see.
Yes, I will tell you.
Yeah. Great. So from already, as I said, from a coordination standpoint of view, we are a technical university, so meaning that the main value that we could add and we're aiming to have in the project was the technical solution, because that came as one of the probably earliest ideas to match the healthcare science from Finland. And it was complemented by University of Poland in terms of European partners. And then, of course, the numerous Chile, Costa Rica, and Mexican partners were just added to the consortium. But I want to bring you back, okay? And I want to bring you back because I think it's on purpose that so many people in those videos mentioned this network. There was even a quote in the first video, those who stay united will prevail, or something like that. And I think coming to the kickoff meeting, we of course had the project plan. We had everything set out to be managed and going according to the plan and so on. But probably, looking back, I don't think we even suspected impact to the level we have achieved, because I have went through the materials that we have compiled and so on. And I just want to bring you back for a moment to the beginning, where we set out, it's always a happy moment when projects is approved. It's always also a celebration, like, the best thing is when project starts and ends, right? So everything in the between is like an ongoing, an ongoing discussion and work and over hours and so on, grappling with deliverables. But I think if we put another photo that from today, from the final event next to this one, right? I just want to also have together the feeling of unity that was there throughout the project, and I think that's one of very big strengths was the unity and having each other's backs all the way through, and which is really really rare in such a big consortium. So yeah, that's great. Another thing is that that as being Strand 2 project, and as Almudena outlined, that this institutional impact is great and should be there. And I think we did that, thankfully, thanks towards all the very, very active and dedicated work from the partners institutions. So I think it shows that we went both ways, bottom up and top down, and have one of the greatest outcomes, I think, is just strengthening within. So meaning that you were advocating for the project internally, and from being a coordinator, manager of the project, I think that's just very heartwarming to see that such an impact within can be achieved, because the main aim for Strand 2 projects is to have an institutional impact. And this institutional impact, I see that we did a really great mutual, let's say, consortium growth, I call it, where we actually share these knowledges. And I see that even within Latin America, you have like, close ties, you have grown closer together, and same as we in Europe. So it's not just even regional thing, but it's really about consortium growth. And we have also, like, by adjacenting this all knowledge, we have like a really resourced together such a large consortium that has been able to withhold. And I think one of the kind of most challenging things that I saw in all the process probably was that within this pedagogical innovation. So it's just one of four. I'll show you like all the biggest impact. In my opinion, the strength within came with one of the kind of backgrounds we share, which is like an academic one. So and I think that putting together something for being in the digital world, combining it with mobile app with such a topic that typically maybe doesn't have much like digital notions of it, I think was probably one of the greatest success that we were overcome institutionally, because by the end of the day, all the kind of information sharing and knowledge we have, and the students and teachers, it is like the institutional dynamics and entropy that we are addressing there. So I think this restructuring transformation that was mentioned helped us significantly to move on, right? And another perspective that I want to emphasize, and that is really worth mentioning, from coordination standpoint of view, it's very hard to have an academic discussion. Each teacher is very high on their egos. They're very like, professional. I love it. I love the dynamics of all of it. Everyone has always a very strong opinion, and has like very like high level of this academic integrity. So again, being able to bring into fruition this curriculum, I think also shows a good case study for a strong outcome, because that is probably one of the toughest things in kind of academic capacity building project. In research projects, researchers are always like about arguments, like hard data and so on. But in academic things, it's always a very fruitful and kind of wide discussion that happens. So, and I think why we were successful with this was, again, the cooperative design. So meaning that we were just openly discussing it and be able to kind of put it together, apart from like, siloed, maybe isolated inputs. So another one was flexible delivery, because this digital thing allows us also to kind of rethink how things actually work and are delivered. And again, as you know, one of the great also achievements from technology in curriculum is that it's easy to sustain. So when adopted, it's kind of very resilient towards being deleted or changed. So that's, I think, also a very strong point that I want to emphasize. And I mean, the interdisciplinarity that we brought, that I was already mentioning, it's something on a completely different scale. Sometimes if you have, let's say, any field complemented with digital, it's already a challenge, right? But in our case, we had to address like a completely like in frameworks of target group in terms of like scientific merit of like obesity and nutrition science and so on, and bring it all to kind of be able to virtually educate someone and bring the knowledge that we want to transition. So I think I don't want to undersell, and I really want to emphasize the multidisciplinarity. And I think this is a good case study because throughout reading the roadmap that we have created, seeing the course itself, it's just so visible that this multidisciplinarity that we have brought along with us it itself is great success, because it's not an easy task to do, even not going to all the details of like curriculum and everything else. Well, another thing, of course, I need to kind of mention is the mobile app itself. And I've seen a lot of like within our engineering university, a lot of technical solutions come from idea to reality. And it's always the first idea or draft compared to the final result is always like, I know, miles away from each other. So within 3 years, I think coming from like, let's just put the toolkits in the app, or should the app perhaps be a little bit more this and that and interactive and all of these sections. I can easily say, and without a doubt, that this is a classical technology development cycle that happens, and we're not like special or something. But what is special about this is, again, the way that we were able to bring in like the technology element in this, having all those discussions, and Lucas, like our developer of the application, he's always his capacity building has always also been very impressive, because I think he have learned a lot about the science, and hopefully he has also given a slightly back to all of the partners in the consortium about what's possible, what is like the technological arena of things and so on. And with the great pride, I can say that it is available on the App Store. So we are public, so we are accessible. All the world can access and see us. So, and this itself, let's say, I don't want to say like an achievement of immortality, but the achievement of like presence, I would rather say. And the technology solutions, they all, of course, are as great as amount of people that they use them, or as amount of value they add. So as a sustainability element, of course, we will keep monitoring and see how it's used, what can be improved, and and so on. So because to develop something within 3 years, it is challenging and thoughtful, but again, probably not the technical side is the most challenging, but finding the appropriate solution for appropriate community and functionality, probably that is the biggest challenge we have had throughout the development cycle of this organization. But thankfully, we have succeeded, and so glad. So if I would pack our results and kind of narrow them down in kind of the main things. I could speak about 4 things. So one is really first is the understanding that we got about each country, because there's a lot of in common, but there are differences as well. So going through the documentation and reports, I just saw that there's like very important learning to have on localized contexts, which I wasn't aware of. So that's I think pretty good. Being able to overcome, as I said, like academic discussions and bring in this curriculum element, I think is number 2. The toolkit itself, I would mobile app and all that, I would put as number 4, and of course the policy. And here I can't emphasize and thank enough partners from Latin America, because when I saw those numbers, I already was talking with Marianne earlier. I was astonished, like to have 72 policy planners reached throughout the Strand 2 project. I think it just really shows the commitment, shows the maybe I don't know, the importance of the subject matter, and that just result of hard work. Because I would invite all of you to really check this roadmap policy and the tables where it starts, because it is really a testament to the impact of the results, and it kind of points us to direction that we already have touched upon the policy at the level that is higher than Strand 2. And my idea for sustainability element was to have a logical continuation with a Strand 3, because we have already started this discussion at the policy planning level, and I think it's a very very meaningful discussion to have, because it's not just about us, let's say, selling the results of our project or bragging about something. It's truly having a meaningful discussion about this important topic, and the means on how we can actually contribute to solving this problem. So and that I felt throughout the documentation. So I would just try to invite all of us to be proud of all that, and to be able to, to be advocating for this. So thank you for the attention. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Carlis. Is there any questions for Carlis from the audience? Marianela, go ahead.
Yes, thank you so much, Carlis, for your insights on leadership and coordination. I think the summary that you gave us as an overview of what the project have achieved was really important and also really motivating for whatever comes after Cielo. I was told that there were some participants that joined our Zoom meeting that couldn't open the cameras for the previous photo. So we will try to do it again. If you can open your camera now, this will be like our last chance to take the picture and ensure that everyone has the camera open so that we can have like this final photo. I'm gonna translate in Spanish. So, algunas personas no pudieron estar en la primera fotografía, no les dio tiempo de abrir la cámara. Este es el momento para que todos los que quieran estar en la fotografía, por favor, abran cámara ahorita para tener la foto grupal. También los que se vienen uniendo están invitados a abrir cámara nuevamente. Okay, so we will try it again. And I'll count to 3. Annabelle, will you take the screenshot? Okay, so I'm counting to 3. Ready, everyone? 1, 2, 3.
Okay, I
And
just took it, and then wait, can you do it again? Because we have another screen.
sure, we are a lot, so we need to do it again. So 1, 2, 3.
Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you everyone so much. I think that now I will let you go ahead with Álvaro. Álvaro is gonna help us with the presentation of the different work packages that went into Cielo.
Thanks, Marinela. Can you hear me?
Yes, very good. Thank you,
Yes.
Álvaro. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you. Good morning, everyone. Again, I am Álvaro Ursúa from Chile, and I will guiding you through the next block. We will now hear from the leaders of each work package. Each presentation will take place about 15 minutes, and we will have a brief of Q&A or question and answer session at the end of all the presentations, depending on the time. We kindly ask all speakers to respect the time limit. Let's begin with BP1. First, we have Agnes Apait from Riga University presenting BP1 called Management, Administration, Coordination of the Cielo project. Please, Agnes, go ahead.
Yes, thank you very much for the introduction. I need to share just a second. Are you able to see the presentation?
Yes, Agnes.
Oh, okay, perfect. So yeah, as per introduction, my name is Agnes Opita. Don't worry about the pronunciation of my surname. That's a normal thing yeah. We have weird surnames, let's call it, let's say that. I am from Riga Technical University, and I'm coordinator, project manager, though we had some changes throughout the project. At first, most of you must know Lily, and then after a short period of time, Andrea took over and I assisted her. And since she's right now on the leave, I'm presenting this to you. So yes, the VP1 is management, coordination, and evaluation. The RTU were responsible for each of these elements, and the main objective of the work package was to provide centralized coordination, supporting partner processes and all work packages, and take on the administrative process as per just doing all the paperwork needed for the commission and everything as such. Yes. The main tasks executed could be divided into 4 or yes. I'm sorry, I don't know what's happening with the presentation. Okay. To 4 or 5 categories. RTU ensured strong project management by appointing experienced project and administrative managers for the entire project duration. And hopefully, we trained partner country institutions in Erasmus Plus capacity building, project administration, and processes that are going on in these projects and things we need to follow to achieve a good result, and thus provided ongoing mentorship. So firstly, and I think mostly, RTU coordinated the signing of the grant agreement with European Commission and established partnership agreement with all the partners, and he structured governance through local project teams, project management team, and steering groups. RTU organized and hosted regular project and general meetings across partner universities, documenting the outcomes. And additionally, we also managed financial oversight, preparing biannual financial reports, as well as interim and final reports that are still in our near future, and has reports on project progress and expenditures. As for results, RTU successfully delivered key outcomes by establishing contractual frameworks and producing a comprehensive project administration report. Through structured document management, general management, administrative processes, and coordinated agreements, as well as partner training and consistent reporting, RTU ensured effective governance, financial oversight, and smooth implementation of project activities. Also supporting transparency, accountability, and long-term sustainability for Cielo project. At least that's what we hope for the sustainability. It's still in the future, so we don't know. But of course, as with any work, everybody in our lives and also in our jobs we take on, there have been some challenges and solutions for them. I will try to show. Language diversity was a challenge in coordinating partners from different national backgrounds, occasionally affecting communication clarity and efficiency. Despite this, we flowed through and managed the coordination by fostering inclusive communication practices and, of course, relying on the support of Latin American partners whose active involvement helped bridge language gaps and ensured smooth coordination throughout the project. As we already saw in this seminar, it's really important, and we really appreciate our partners who are doing the translating for partners whose English might not be as good as I don't know, as everybody else to really understand what's going on. Yeah.
Agnes, we're not watching your screen. Can you see if you're sharing it to us, please?
Are you still not seeing it?
It's fine now. Thank you.
It's fine. Thank you.
Okay. Wait a second. I think I know what's the problem. I will just go back. Yes. So usually there is a question, how does the work package benefit the overall project and what can be reused in the future with management work package? The first question is quite clear. The second one is a bit more harder to bring into the light, but yes, as consortium developed innovative learning resources, which we will see a bit later, including digital courses hosted on Sun RDI Hub platform and application featuring educational games. Sorry. Yes. These outputs enhance the interactive learning capacity building, combine structured course content with engaging practice-oriented tools, and we these tools can also be translated into management, and all the templates used and all the practices within the inside the coordination, that's quite essential. Yes, for the final reflection, we hope we showed how project coordination should look like, and what is effective management and transparent processes, and how to deal with challenges that sometimes occur. Yeah, we want to really thank all the consortium for successfully delivering key outputs, including agreements, reports, and the digital tools. And we really understood how important it is to collaborate with local leaders and to have this close connection, especially because of the language and cultural differences that we can face in projects such like this. And yes, hopefully by combining the administrative excellence with digital innovation, enhance both project outcomes and long-term usability and results. I don't know what happened with time, but now I give floor to any questions there might be about our management process and everything like that.
Thank you so very much, Agnes, for your information. It was very clear. Thank you very much. Álvaro, can you take the voice, please?
Thank you, Annabelle. Thank you, Agnes, for your excellent presentation. If the audience have any questions, we will read it in the last question and answer section in the final of the VP Leader all presentations. Here we have the next expositor, Sebastián Enrique Loyola Arreola, from Universidad Católica Silva Enríquez from Chile, presenting BP2, that called Competence Mapping in HIGHS Latin America. Go ahead, Sebastián.
Thank you very much, Álvaro. Can you hear me well?
Yes.
Very good. So let me share my screen. You see it now, right? Okay. Okay. So now you see the presentation.
Yes, Sebastián.
Yes, super. Thank you very much. So, hi all. Thank you very much, Álvaro, again for the presentation. Well, this presentation is about what was basically Work Package 2 from Cielo Erasmus project. So I'm Sebastian and also Sandra Mora, also a colleague right from our university. Also was a big, very important person that was very important to develop the project. So she's also participated in the construction of this presentation. So actually Sandra is here also. So, well, you already said that, so these are all the partners, and it's important to show that because it's important to highlight that everyone actually participated in the results and the deliverables that actually we did. So it was very nice to have all the collaboration. It was very, very important. So our work package, as Alvaro said, was about the mapping of the competences and best practices on the childhood obesity prevention and mental health promotion. And this mapping was performed basically in university teachers, students, and also working life professionals of the health area. And we did that actually in order to build grounds for the online course and app development. So the objectives of Work Package 2, there, as you can see, there were a lot, and basically those were basically the ethical research permissions first, and then they explore the theoretical frameworks and course contents through literature review, and then develop data collection in order to map, basically to map the knowledge and competences. Actually, we had to develop some instruments, so questionnaires and focus groups, and then we actually, well, before apply those instruments, we needed to agree on those instruments, and then of course we did the data collection and analysis, and then also important part of this work package was basically to set the grounds for the online course. So the main structure of the online course was actually made in Work Package 2. And along with that, we develop a pedagogical handbook. So as a guidance or as a guidance or guidelines, right, for the online course. And then, yeah, we define the assessment methods for the course. And well, as I said, we developed the pedagogical handbook, and then there was a report on the results. So as well, this is basically what I said. So we divide all of these objectives in different tasks. So research permissions, the development of questionnaires and focus groups, the data collection and analysis of those, and also then to set basically the structure of the online course. The main milestones of Work Package 2, they were basically two: to achieve the ethical approvals, and then the content report. Fortunately, we did both. And the main deliverables, they were basically two: the report on this mapping, and also the pedagogical handbook. And fortunately, again, we could manage to did both, so the report and the pedagogical handbook. So as I said, again, this is a effort from all universities. It's not just us. This is very important to highlight. We lead the process, but without the others, that couldn't be possible. So in our case, we think that the main challenge was to coordinate. Yeah, the coordination was the most difficult, but because of course we have different backgrounds, different ways to do things. But the good thing is at the end we all agree on common grounds to develop the mapping and to develop the structure of the online course. So that was very nice to see that in the end we all agree on those things. And finally, as an impact and sustainability, well, as an impact, or we can say results, basically. Well, there were so there are 3 scientific papers that have been developed. So 2 of them have been submitted, and 1 is still in progress, but it's probably close to be submitted. And most importantly, beyond the academic papers that actually they were made based on the mapping, that's important to say. In terms of sustainability, our idea, and I know probably all other universities are doing the same, that in Universidad Católica Silva Enríquez actually now we are in discussions with the nursing school to basically put the course in the final year of the nursing program. So that would be great, and I think we hope that that can be done soon. So as it says here, ensuring the permanent use of the materials, and of course all the course, the videos, the e-toolkit as well. So to incorporate that also in the use of this course, and the educational resources. So all the bibliography and all the documents that are into the course that students of nursing program can use. And our idea is also to extend that to other health programs like physiotherapy and similar in other careers. And finally, as a sustainability, our idea is to train professionals with competences in prevention of childhood obesity and the promotion of mental health. So basically, our idea is that, well, students that now are working in hospitals, like doing the internships, we can invite their professors, who are basically health workers, to join the course and to offer the course to them as well, as a way to train them, and also as a way to strengthen, well, their knowledge, their competences in childhood obesity prevention and mental health promotion. But also in our case, it's also to strengthen the university and the relations with the healthcare centers. And of course, as a way of transfer of the knowledge generated by the project into the clinical practice. And of course, it's a benefit. It says here indirect, but in the end, it will be direct for children, families, and communities through better trained professionals. So that's basically our main goal that we're working now in a way that all this effort can have can be sustainable in the future. So thank you very much.
Thank you. Many thanks, Sebastian, for your excellent presentation of BP2. Now, Maria Anabel, let's to show us something very important related with the BP2. Please, Maria Anabel, go ahead.
Thank you, Alvaro. Well, I would like to present the video that our partners from Finland send us so we can share with you this video. Work package number 3 was about the development, piloting, and evaluation of the online course and the e-toolkit. So the one that's going to be presenting this video is called Marja Kopela, and we really thank all our partners from Finland that worked with us and show us this video. So let me know if you are. Now I'm trying to put the video. Let me know if it begins. It's charging. Can you see it?
Hello.
Now the video is beginning.
My name is Maria Korpela.
Can you hear it?
From Turku University of
Yes.
Applied Sciences in Finland. I'm pleased to present
Ya no se escucha.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Annabelle. I think we lost the audio. No, we're not listening.
Sorry, you can't hear?
We heard the start where she introduced herself and then we lost the audio.
Okay, let me stop sharing and start again, okay?
Yes.
Wait for me. And I'm going to start the video again, and please let me know if you can hear it.
Hello, everyone. My name is Maria Korpela.
Thank you.
And I am from Turku University of Applied Sciences in Finland.
I'm pleased to present the results of work package 3 of the Cielo project. Education was at the heart of work package 3, as our goal was to transform the findings and outputs of the project into practical learning resources for health professionals and educators. In this presentation, I will briefly introduce the development process, the online course, the piloting and evaluation activities, and the main outcomes of work package 3. To guide the work of work package 3, 5 specific objectives were defined. The overall aim was to transform the outputs of work package 2 into practical and accessible educational resources. This included developing the content of the online course and e-toolkit, creating a digital learning platform, and ensuring that the materials were relevant and suitable for the target groups through phase validity evaluation. Work package 3 also included piloting activities and the evaluation of the developed resources in order to collect feedback and assess their evaluational value. In the following slides, I will present how these objectives were implemented and the main results achieved during work package 3. This development process was designed to transform the findings of work package 2 into practical learning resources for higher education and health professionals. The work started with the pedagogical framework and content specifications developed in work package 2. These provided the foundation for the online course and e-toolkit. An international team from Europe and Latin America collaborated to develop the course content, learning activities, and digital learning environment. The course addressed childhood obesity prevention, mental health promotion, and the interaction between these two important topics. To ensure the quality and relevance of the materials, experts from partner institutions reviewed the content and provided feedback through a phase validity evaluation. The course was piloted with students and healthcare professionals, allowing us to collect valuable feedback and further improve the learning experience before the final evaluation phase. This process resulted in 15 credits online course that combined scientific evidence, international expertise, and practical learning approaches. Work package 3 was not only about developing educational materials. Its broader goal was to strengthen capacities and competencies related to childhood obesity prevention and mental health promotion. The main achievement was the development of an open access 15 credits online course available in both English and Spanish. The course transformed the findings of work package 2 into practical learning resources for students, teachers, and health professionals. In addition to the online course, work package 3 produced supporting project deliverables documenting the piloting and evaluation process, helping to ensure quality, transparency, and future use of the materials. Several assessment tools were used to evaluate the course and collect feedback, including participant feedback questionnaires, FinCoda, Org10, and MICA. Together, these outputs provided both educational resources and foundation for building knowledge and competencies beyond the lifetime of the project. The results of work package 3 included both a piloting phase and an evaluation phase. The piloting phase helped us understand how well the course met the needs of its target audience. 93 participants completed the pilot survey, and the feedback was very positive. 99% of participants felt that the course could improve knowledge and attitudes related to childhood obesity prevention, and 97% reported the same regarding mental health promotion. Importantly, the pilot phase also provided valuable feedback for improving the course structure and learning experience before the final evaluation. During the evaluation phase, participants completed ORG and MICA questionnaires before and after the course. The ORG mean score increased from 5.9 to 6.5, while the MICA median score decreased from 38 to 34. However, participants were lower in the follow-up survey because the survey could not be matched at the individual level. The findings should be interpreted as descriptive trends rather than evidence of chance. Nevertheless, the results suggest that the course was perceived as relevant and valuable, supporting the development of knowledge and awareness related to childhood obesity and mental health. Developing an international online course also involved some challenges. One challenge is what addressing different learning cultures and educational backgrounds across partner countries. We wanted to create a course that would be relevant and accessible for diverse learners. It was achieved through close collaboration and joint development of course content. Another challenge is was maintaining meaningful engagement in an online learning environment. We wanted participants to have enough time to learn and reflect rather than overwhelming them with too many assignments. Therefore, the course included reflection-based learning activities and balanced workload. These experiences helped us create a course that was both internationally relevant and learner-centered. Beyond the immediate project outputs, Work Package 3 contributed to the long-term goals of the Cielo project. The online course brought together perspective from different countries. Disciplinary and educational contexts, creating opportunities for cross-cultural learning and collaboration. It also provided valuable experience in design and delivering digital education on complex health topics. Importantly, the impact of Work Package 3 extends beyond the project itself. The course materials remain available for future use and can support higher education, professional training, and other educational initiatives. The collaboration established between European and Latin America partners also created a foundation for future cooperation and new international projects. In this way, Work Package 3 not only produced educational resources, but also contributed to building knowledge, competencies, and sustainable partnership for the future. I want to thank you for your attention. On behalf of Turku University of Applied Sciences, I would like to thank all project partners and contributors for their collaboration, commitment, and support throughout the Cielo project. Together, we have created educational resources that will continue to support learning beyond the project. Thank you.
Okay, after watching the video with the summary of our BP3 called Creating Content for Online Course with the presentation of Marja Corpela from Turku's University, we will continue now with Agnes Apait once again. Agnes comes from Riga University and she will present to us the results and the summary of BP4 development called APP Creation and eToolKit. Go ahead, please, Agnes.
Yes, thank you once again for introducing me. And I will walk you through the development and all the processes of, I think, what many of us think the most fun part of the project, the development of a toolkit application. That was also RTU's responsibility. And later today, we will see the presentation of the app itself. But right now about the process and everything. RTU led the development of Cielo application by coordinating the consortium discussions to define user needs and key functionalities, including educational and game-based learning features for obesity awareness and prevention. We developed the application collaboratively together with all the partners. And of course, I think as Carlos already mentioned at the beginning, it had multiple steps and multiple phases, and the application changed its first idea, look in our minds after some time. And yes, but right now the app is as it is, and at first we launched the pilot phase with broad partner testing, and after that we refined the tool based on feedback. And right now, also as mentioned, the app is finalized and released, and is supported by user manuals and training sessions. Additionally, we ensured wide dissemination and sustainability by engaging stakeholders and promoting open access, strengthening the application's impact beyond the project consortium. So there were several steps for the application, and first, of course, was establishing a functional and technical specifications, after which we developed and piloted the application, achieving working version milestone. And after that, it was refined into a final project. Through user support, training, and stakeholder engagement, RTU strengthened application sustainability and visibility, ensuring broad dissemination and long-term impact beyond the project. Yeah, as Carol said, we will try and keep the app up and running as much as we can, so that it still is working as impactful tool, not only within the project, but also outside of it, because as you will see a bit later, even though it's connected with the course material, it can be used even for people who haven't gone through the course. Yes. Again, of course, there are some challenges. Main key challenge proved to be developing user-friendly and meaningful application. It required more time than if initially planned. Consequently, the time extension for particular task, was requested and granted, and following the RISE timeline, RTU successfully refined, completed, and delivered the Cielo application, ensuring quality, usability, and alignment with consortium expectations and project objectiveness. The Cielo
Please, sorry, excuse me, wait a second, please. We are just seeing the title of your presentation.
Which
if we
title?
share with us?
Impact and Sustainability?
No, just the title. BP4 Toolkit Application Development.
Oh.
Only this slide, sorry.
I don't, wait, okay, I will try, sure. Yeah, I will, I showed you also other other slides, but okay.
If you want, you could take time to repeat all the presentation. We are okay with time, with the schedule. And if you are agree with, you can start once again. There is no problem.
Okay, I will then quickly go through. Okay, sorry, here. Now you should see everything. I will go a bit back and a bit back. Yes. So I don't know. Introduction was introduction. Yeah, activities, as I mentioned, where at first we need to define the requirements, both technical and also the functional and just the in IT technical specifications, and then the app had to be developed in the first stage that was actually first part 2, first part 3, and so on, until we came to piloting and by getting the feedback from the first users and also the consortium, we then strengthened the application and yeah, now it's in the form that we will later see. Yes, of course, the app itself was the main result, but for the EU Commission, we also had to provide the user manual and the pilotation process description and the user input. Yes, the challenges, as I mentioned, was that it required more time than we initially planned in the project preparation stage and also in the project carrying out, especially since we wanted really to have not just the application for, a check mark, but to have it user-friendly and meaningful. Yeah, then we had a small time extension and yeah, we think that the application is as aligned with consortium expectations as we can in this our quite short timeline be ensured. Okay. So I think that was what I said previously, and now on the benefit for the project overall and how it can be reused in the future. Cielo eToolkit delivers lasting impact by promoting interactive learning and on obesity awareness and prevention through accessible digital tools. The gamification process is quite topical in the education environment to promote the learning of difficult and sometimes tedious matters, but the application that involves games and different activities is a tool to help this process. And the application's sustainability is ensured through open access and continuous usability, and of course, stakeholder engagement. The SunHub platform and application enable long-term adoption, supporting education, capacity building, and ongoing collaboration among partner institutions and beyond. So, as I mentioned, we'll try to keep the app on and available as long as it is possible. Yeah, but no one knows what future holds. Hopefully, the Cielo app will be a star of the App Store and we will have this legacy. And yeah, maybe something in the future is there for us. To conclude, I want to emphasize that the Cielo project has successfully delivered a user-centered e-toolkit and digital learning resources, overcoming development challenges through adaptive planning and strong consortium collaboration. This was really, I think, of course, this is a main thing in all of the project, but of course the app wouldn't be what it is now without all of the consortium and all of the partner input, both on the materials that's put in there and as well as trying to tackle the technical bugs we had along the way and reporting it to us and making sure that also that the Spanish version is up and running and everything is smoother. Yes, so we as RTU ensured effective coordination and quality outputs and lasting digital solutions, contributing to improved health education, institutional capacity, and sustainable international cooperation. This project and the app itself highlighted the importance of realistic timelines for digital development and the need for continuous user feedback. But the clear communication across diverse partners and strong technical administrative alignment proved essential, and I think we succeeded. Also, it's important in these processes to keep in mind that flexibility is quite a keyword here, and different approaches and different compromises is necessary to have to ensure both quality outcomes and long-term sustainability, as well as, you know, good-looking outcome. Yes, thank you very much. And if you have any questions about the process, you can ask any questions, but maybe we can also leave it that to later when we share the app itself. But it's up to you.
Okay, thank you very much, Agnes, for your presentation of BP4, the memory and its main results. Finally, I'm going to give the floor to Maria Anabel once again, who is gonna introduce BP6 team. Yeah, this work package is called diffusion and communication. So please, Anabel.
Thank you so very much, Álvaro. Now is the time to share with you our work of diffusion and communication. And I would like to introduce to you my partners of team. They are Ángela Cisneros from Universidad La Salle Noroeste, Tania Moreno from Universidad de la Cooperación Internacional, and Patti Baez de Universidad La Salle Victoria. They will present our results, and they will share this information in Spanish and in English for all of you. Thank you so very much. Please, Ángela, go ahead.
Gracias, Anabel. Comienzo a compartir. ¿Podrían compartirme si están viendo mi pantalla, por favor?
Ya se ve tu pantalla, nada más ponla en presentación.
Muy bien, estamos listos, ¿verdad?
Éxito.
Se ve, muy
Éxito.
bien. Buen día a todos, es un gusto estar con ustedes hoy. Mi nombre es Ángela Cisneros de Universidad La Salle Noroeste, la institución que lideró el Work Package 6 con la colaboración de compañeros de las 12 universidades que conforman el consorcio. Estamos muy contentos de en este día presentar los resultados de difusión y de influencia a nivel de políticas públicas o a nivel de políticas de lo que fue el trabajo del Work Package 6 para el proyecto Cielo. Good day, everyone. I am Ángela Cisneros from Universidad La Salle Noroeste, the institution leading Work Package 6. Together with my colleagues, Tania and Patti, we will present the results of the dissemination and public policy influencing efforts for the Cielo project. El objetivo que nosotros tuvimos como paquete 6, como el Work Package 6 de Cielo, siempre estuvo muy claro. Nosotros nos encargamos de gestionar la comunicación y la difusión tanto a nivel interno en las universidades como a nivel nacional e internacional, para posicionar los dos productos principales del proyecto Cielo, que en este caso son el curso de posgrado en línea sobre prevención de la obesidad infantil y promoción de la salud mental y la aplicación eToolkit, además de compartir contenido educativo, útil y valioso que las mismas universidades crearon en torno a la problemática que estamos viviendo en América Latina. Our objective was clear: to manage communication and design events to position the two core outcomes of the project: the online postgraduate course and the eToolkit application, increasing the interest of key stakeholders in Latin America. Para lograr estos objetivos que hemos presentado a continuación, nosotros no solo realizamos las tareas formales que le fueron asignadas al paquete 6, sino que además creamos un sistema, una propia infraestructura para poder coordinarnos y enfrentar todos los retos que tuvimos, la cual vamos a presentar a continuación. To achieve this, we didn't just execute tasks. We created a system. We will now show you how. El paquete 6 de difusión y comunicación tenía 12 actividades formales. Para nosotros ejecutarlas al mismo tiempo que coordinar el trabajo de 12 universidades en 6 países, nosotros agrupamos estas actividades en 4 ejes de acción principales, que son los que ustedes pueden ver en pantalla. Estrategia, comunicación digital, eventos académicos y las publicaciones, tanto publicaciones de divulgación como publicaciones científicas. Esta estructura nos permitió adaptar nuestra metodología, ¿sí? Para nosotros poder responder a las necesidades logísticas que fueron surgiendo a lo largo del desarrollo del proyecto, que es normal por ser un proyecto de gran escala. Entonces, nos permitieron operar en 2 principales frentes, le podríamos llamar así. Esta metodología, por un lado, nos permitió realizar una difusión descentralizada, autónoma, por parte de las 12 instituciones que conforman el proyecto, pero que al mismo tiempo se mantuviera un mensaje coherente en todas estas acciones de comunicación que realizamos cada una de las universidades. Eso por un lado. Y por otro lado, nos permitió también realizar una gestión de canales oficiales específicos del proyecto Cielo, como lo son el sitio web, las redes sociales, que a continuación vamos a presentarles qué cuentas institucionales realizamos, y también otros espacios específicamente del proyecto. Work Package 6 had 12 formal tasks. To execute them, while coordinating 12 universities across 6 countries, we grouped them into 4 axes of action you see on screen: strategy, digital communication, events, and publications. This structure allows us to adapt our methodology to the logistical needs that arose during the project, enabling us to operate in 2 major fronts: a decentralized but coherent institutional dissemination and the management of official Cielo channels at the national and international levels. Sin embargo, como lo veníamos platicando y lo hemos compartido todos los paquetes de trabajo, desde el primero hasta ¿sí? Esto, al tener un proyecto de gran escala de esta magnitud, pues no podemos evitar enfrentar algunos retos y aprender de ellos para poder proponer soluciones e incluso recomendaciones para futuros proyectos. Tener esta estructura que presenté anteriormente no fue suficiente. Nosotros como equipo de trabajo, paquete 6, tuvimos que generar una infraestructura de gestión y de comunicación propia interna para poder coordinar nuestro trabajo. Algunos de los retos que enfrentamos, ¿sí? Y que implicaron generar esta infraestructura fue la coordinación de 12 universidades en 6 países, alinear los tiempos de validación de contenido educativo, científico, de rigor, alinear estos tiempos de validación con nuestros compañeros de investigación, ¿sí? Construir una comunidad digital en las plataformas de Cielo, incluso antes de tener los productos tangibles o los principales productos, los productos medulares del proyecto Cielo, que son el curso en línea de posgrado y la aplicación eToolkit. Y bueno, estos fueron algunos de los retos que nosotros presentamos. También uno de los retos fue mantener esta coherencia en el mensaje. Para poder nosotros solucionar estos retos y continuar con nuestros objetivos, nosotros propusimos específicamente dos soluciones. La infraestructura de la que les hablaba hace un momento, una infraestructura de gestión propia que incluyó el diseño y la implementación de calendarios editoriales, calendarios maestros para las redes sociales, la creación de bancos de recursos gráficos para poder trabajar y optimizar los tiempos de producción y de diseño de los contenidos, sistemas de registro que agilizaron nuestra gestión para poder nosotros seguir compartiendo los avances y las actividades del proyecto Cielo. However, having this structure was not enough. We face complex challenges, like aligning the validation timelines of researchers with those of communication teams, building social media community before having tangible products, and maintaining coherence across 12 very different workflows. But instead of stopping, we built our own operational engine. First, a tailored management infrastructure, master calendars, and resource banks that gave us agility. And second, a value-added content strategy. We leverage the vast knowledge of our institutions to generate educational and useful content, maintaining consistency while the formal results were being validated. Y me regreso un poco en español para compartir la segunda solución que nosotros propusimos, que tiene que ver, está relacionada con el reto o el desafío que nosotros enfrentamos de construir una comunidad digital antes incluso de tener los productos medulares del proyecto. Esta solución fue crear una estrategia de contenido donde nosotros nos apoyamos muchísimo del vasto conocimiento que tienen nuestras instituciones en distintos temas que tienen que ver con la prevención de la obesidad infantil y la promoción de la salud mental, para poder crear estos contenidos, republicarlos, adaptarlos, antes incluso de que pudiéramos compartir con toda la emoción y con toda la alegría los productos que ya tenemos. Esta forma de trabajar que acabamos de presentar no solo nos permitió enfrentar los retos, sino que además nos permitió llegar a los resultados que a continuación mi compañera Tania les va a compartir. This way of working allowed us to achieve the results that Tania will present to you next.
Gracias, Ángela, y buenos días a todos. Soy Tania Moreno de la Universidad para la Cooperación Internacional. Good morning, everyone. I'm Tania Moreno for University for International Cooperation in Costa Rica. Entonces, nuestra estrategia digital se basó en segmentar la profundidad del contenido. Utilizamos LinkedIn, YouTube y la web como nuestro repositorio, digamos, con mayor rigor científico y académico, mientras que Facebook e Instagram tradujeron ese conocimiento en formatos accesibles. Our digital strategy was based on segmentation content depth. LinkedIn, YouTube, and our website became channels for the dissemination of scientifically grounded information, while Facebook and Instagram translated that knowledge into accessible formats. Como pueden ver ahí en las métricas que se están proyectando, logramos un alcance orgánico muy superior a nuestra base de seguidores. Por ejemplo, en Instagram alcanzamos a más de 5,700 personas con una comunidad de apenas 168 seguidores, gracias a formatos de alto valor como los carruseles y las publicaciones colaborativas con las universidades socias. As you can see in the metrics, we achieve an organic reach far superior to our follower base. For example, on Instagram, we reach over 5,700 unique people with a community of just 168 followers, thanks to high-value formats like carousels and collaborative publications with partner universities. A esto le sumamos la reciente implementación de una herramienta de medición en nuestro sitio web. Los primeros resultados pues han sido muy alentadores. Solo en el mes de junio, o sea, este mes que estamos terminando el día de hoy, registramos 954 visitas provenientes de 35 países. Eso quiere decir que estamos llegando más allá de los países que formamos parte de este proyecto. Demuestra esto un alcance internacional real de gran impacto. To this, we added the recent implementation of a measurement tool on our website, The first results from this month are very encouraging. Just in June alone, we recorded 954 visits from 35 different countries, demonstrating real international reach. Pero el impacto digital se potenció mucho más con el trabajo en el terreno y el trabajo de las universidades socias. Les hablaré entonces ahora de cómo las universidades se apropiaron del mensaje. This digital impact was boosted by on-the-ground efforts by the partner universities. I would like to highlight how the universities took ownership of the message of Cielo. La difusión entonces no se limitó a los canales oficiales del proyecto, sino que las 12 universidades socias del proyecto actuaron como embajadoras. Generamos más de 120 acciones de comunicación en sus propios portales, redes y medios locales. Dissemination was not limited to official channels. The 12 partner universities act as ambassadors of the project, generating more than 120 communication actions across their own portals, social media, and local media. A esto se le suma la producción intelectual, 5 artículos en nuestra web, 13 publicaciones en revistas académicas y de divulgación externa, demostrando que el proyecto Cielo permeó de forma real en toda la red académica y científica de nuestras universidades y de los países socios. In addition, the project generated significant intellectual output, 5 articles on our website, 13 publications in external academic and outreach journals. This demonstrates that the Cielo project successfully engaged the academic and scientific network of the partner universities and countries. Y bueno, este trabajo académico y de difusión social cobró vida en los eventos. Patricia les contará más sobre estas actividades. This academic and social work came to life through different events, and Patricia will tell you all about them.
Gracias, Tania. Thank you, Tania. Hola, soy Patricia Báez de la Universidad La Salle Victoria y les voy a hablar un poquito sobre las estrategias de difusión formal que estructuramos en los eventos oficiales que ven en pantalla. Hello, I'm Patricia Baez from University La Salle Victoria, and for the formal dissemination activities, we structured the official events you see on screen. Gracias a los formatos híbridos, logramos congregar un promedio de 150 a 250 asistentes presenciales en cada uno de nuestros seminarios internos y alcanzar alrededor de miles a través de las transmisiones digitales de los seminarios nacionales que contaron con ponentes de talla mundial. Thanks to the hybrid formats, we managed to gather an average of 150 to 250 in-person attendance at each of our internal seminars, and to reach thousands more through the digital broadcast of the national seminars with featured world-class speakers. Respecto a las mesas redondas, reunimos a más de 250 participantes de los sectores académico y de políticas públicas. Regarding the roundtables, we brought together over 250 participants from the academic and public policy sectors. El punto culminante de este diálogo ocurrió recientemente en nuestra cuarta mesa redonda, donde tuvimos el honor de presentar el proyecto Cielo ante representantes de la Comisión de Salud del Senado de la República de México. En este espacio expusimos nuestros productos medulares, el curso de posgrado y la e-toolkit. Los resultados de nuestra difusión y fundamentalmente la hoja de ruta para la sostenibilidad de las políticas públicas en la región. The highlight of this dialogue occurred recently during our 4th roundtable, where we had the honor of presenting the Cielo project to representatives of the Health Commission of the Senate of the Republic of Mexico. In this key space, we presented our core outcomes, the postgraduate course and the e-toolkit. our dissemination results, and fundamentally, the roadmap of the sustainability of public policies in the region. Pero el impacto de Cielo trascendió la agenda oficial de la VP6, perdón. Por un lado, aprovechamos los encuentros presenciales internacionales gestionados por el VP1 en países como Chile, Costa Rica, Finlandia y México, para documentar y visibilizar en nuestros canales las redes de colaboración que se tejieron entre los investigadores. But the impact of Cielo transcended the official VP6 agenda. On one hand, we leveraged the international in-person meetings managed by VP1 in countries such as Chile, Costa Rica, Finland, and Mexico to document the showcases and our channels, the collaboration networks built among the researchers. Por otro lado, destacamos también la participación orgánica de nuestros estudiantes. Las actividades académicas los inspiraron a pasar de la teoría a la acción. Un ejemplo extraordinario de esto ocurrió durante los veranos de investigación de la Universidad La Salle, México, donde los alumnos redactaron 3 iniciativas de ley sobre prevención de la obesidad infantil. Estas propuestas fueron presentadas ante el Senado, demostrando que Cielo no solo generó herramientas, sino que logró involucrar a los futuros profesionales en la toma de decisiones de nuestra región. On the other hand, we highlighted the organic participation of students. The academic activities inspired them to move from theory to action. An extraordinary example occurred during the research summers at La Salle, Mexico, where students drafted 3 legislative initiatives on childhood obesity prevention. These proposals were presented before the Senate, demonstrating that Cielo not only generate tools, but succeed in involving future professionals in the decision-making of our region.
Gracias, Pati. El impacto que ha dejado el Work Package 6 en el proyecto Cielo y esperamos que también en las comunidades que hemos creado se podría sintetizar en estos 4 pilares que a continuación voy a presentarles. En primera instancia, tenemos las herramientas reutilizables que hemos creado no solo para la gestión interna del equipo, sino que además funciona para que se pueda continuar realizando esta difusión en el futuro, alguna de estas para el equipo y pues bueno, también los demás paquetes de trabajo. Tenemos dentro de estas actividades, estas herramientas reutilizables, los calendarios editoriales, las plantillas, los recursos gráficos, el banco de recursos gráficos, que bueno, están disponibles para todos. El segundo pilar del impacto y la sostenibilidad que permiten el paquete 6 al proyecto, que permite el paquete 6, son los canales digitales activos que dejamos como un legado y una comunidad para poder seguir conociendo el proyecto Cielo. Por un lado tenemos el sitio web que contiene información específica del proyecto y que permite también el acceso y el registro o las guías de registro tanto al curso de posgrado en línea como a el espacio en el que se puede descargar la e-toolkit. Además de que tenemos, pues, si juntamos todas nuestras bases de seguidores en las 4 plataformas que vimos que eran nuestras redes sociales institucionales de Cielo, podemos decir que tenemos una comunidad de más de 400 seguidores y pues bueno, un impacto incluso mayor que este. Una comunidad que siempre va a poder acceder a el contenido educativo, útil y de visibilización de los resultados del proyecto Cielo que hemos generado desde que iniciamos el proyecto. El cuarto pilar es que hemos consolidado una influencia a nivel de políticas, gracias al diseño y a la redacción de la hoja de ruta, donde se nos habla de los objetivos de sostenibilidad y los objetivos de incidencia cívica en las comunidades, ¿no? En nuestras regiones. Es como una guía que nos va a permitir seguir compartiendo los resultados de este proyecto. Y finalmente podemos decir que nuestro cuarto pilar es una comunidad académica que ya está construida y consolidada. Tenemos más de 120 acciones de comunicación realizadas por las dos instituciones del consorcio que están ahí, que permitieron establecer, como lo dijeron ahorita, colaboraciones incluso con medios locales y que nos permitieron hacer llegar el mensaje de Cielo a muchas instancias. Y además, pues los 27 artículos de divulgación e incluso científicos que permiten igual mantener esta trascendencia del proyecto Cielo. The impact of Work Package 6 is sustained by 4 pillars that will remain active after the project. First, reusable tools. Templates and calendars are already available for the 12 partner universities. Second, active digital channels. The website and social media remain as platforms containing project information and educational content, facilitating access to the online postgraduate course and the download of the e-toolkit. Third, consolidating policy influencing. We leave behind a public policy roadmap validated with evidence and present to the Senate. And fourth, an engaged community. More than 120 decentralized communication actions and a community of students who are already agents of change. Para concluir, nos resta solo dar las gracias a todas las instituciones participantes en el proyecto por haber hecho posible este impacto en la salud de las infancias y las adolescencias de América Latina. Es un gran esfuerzo el que hemos realizado para poder impactar a través de la capacitación de los profesionales de la salud que van a poder trabajar con estas infancias a partir de estos conocimientos y estas habilidades que se van a poder desarrollar. Muchísimas gracias. To conclude, Work Package 6 was, thank you to all the partners universities for making this impact on childhood health in Latin America possible. Thank you very much. And well, the values that sustain us during this project were flexibility, adaptation, and teamwork to bring our talents together. Lo último que me gustaría decir es que 3 valores que nos definieron como equipo de trabajo, como paquete 6 a lo largo de todo el proyecto y con todos estos retos y con todos estos objetivos que con mucha emoción y entusiasmo perseguimos, es la flexibilidad para adaptarnos a 12 realidades distintas y 12 ritmos de trabajos distintos, la adaptación que tuvimos que hacer a nuestra comunicación y el trabajo en equipo que logramos para poder generar este impacto en la salud de las infancias a partir de nuestros talentos que vienen de distintas disciplinas, de distintas áreas, pero pues que combinados han permitido lograr esto que les presentamos hoy. Muchísimas gracias. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much for your presentation of BP6, Angela, Tania, and Patricia. Now Annabelle is gonna present the next presentation. So please, Annabelle, come on. Can you hear me?
Tu micrófono está apagado, Ana.
Sorry, thank you very much. Now is the time to present you our partners from Poland, from the University of Gdańsk. And it's a pleasure to present you my partner, my friend, Marta Loswitz. I never could spell your last name, Marta. I'm sorry, I will keep on trying to do it. I share with you the voice. Thank you, Marta.
Thank you. Can I share my presentation?
Yes, of course, you can do it. Please, I will tell you when we see it.
Okay.
And tell us how to pronounce your last name, please, again.
Okay, is it working?
Yes, we can see you, Marta. Go ahead, please.
Okay, perfect. Good morning, everyone. So my last name is actually impossible to pronounce. Even people in Poland have issues, and I have to like spell it sound by sound so that they are able to present. It's Łódzkiewicz, and I think it's a great name. Okay, so I'm here on behalf of my colleagues from the University of Gdańsk, work package number 5, and I'm going to present the quality assurance process in the project. I would like to start with the presentation of the team members. So our leader is Dr. Marta Witkowska, and the member of the team is also Dr. Edyta Orłowska, and they mainly prepared the presentation for me today, and I'm their voice. So I would also like to say that the realization of the quality assurance package was a joint effort, and it would not be possible without the contributions from all partners and also the governance bodies within the consortium, so the project management team, the quality review group, and the steering group. So the main aims of the VP5 was to ensure that the coordination in our huge endeavor, because we had multiple universities and multiple milestones and deliverables to be prepared within quite a long time frame of 3 years, was to ensure that everything goes smoothly according to plan, that we can realize our goals. So we established a quality assurance plan. That was our starting point, of which I'm going to talk about more in a second. And then throughout the project, we were involved in the monitoring and reporting of our findings. Okay, so we had a quality review group that included the work packages leaders, and we coordinated reviews of the work within the packages. And generally, the review was based on self-assessments. And we also reviewed the coordination of activities across work packages, but also within work packages. For example, in VP3, where we worked on the Moodle course, we had separate teams that were devoted to the development of educational materials on obesity and mental health, and obesity and mental health. So there are like sub VPs at that point. And also we made sure that the project work aligns with the aims and the schedule as defined by the project coordinator. So why was this VP needed? So it was needed to ensure the quality and impact throughout the project as planned, and to support the improvement throughout the cycle, PDCA, so plan, do, check, and act. So since we had standards established in the beginning of the project, and we had also very clear indicators of success that were included in the original project proposal. So these indicators were like literally numbers, like how many participants of the course we expected, or how many documents we were supposed to prepare. So then we could do the do part. So we could monitor whether our plan is actually being implemented and what is the quality of this implementation. And this was done through checking, so evaluating the progress and the deliverables. And the final stage was acting. So in those cases in which we could notice some deviations from the plan, and there were like plenty of opportunities for deviations, since in many times the realization of one working package depended on the timely completion of the previous one. So any delays could influence actions later on in the project. So it was very important to see whether there are any deviations and to act accordingly immediately. So our like motivation or rationale that we used was based on the like default framework, the 5 key steps that we took from the project management materials and templates. So first it was to define the project quality characteristics as precisely as possible. Then to perform quality assurance, and the exact procedures and mechanisms I will show in a minute. Then to perform quality control, so especially looking at the timeline, and this was achieved with the usage of a Gantt chart, and also monitoring budget, that all the costs are actually possible to claim and that we fall within the budget with our expenses. And then the deliverables acceptance, so the review of the deliverables, and I'm also going to talk about it more in a second. And the final project acceptance. So this is the stage in which we are right now, as today is the final day of our project. So the methodology that we used, so first of all, it was a self-evaluation by partners. So regularly our VP leader, Dr. Witkowska, sent self-evaluation forms. So for example, after each meeting, such a form was sent. And these forms included structured questions, but also there was an option to share any thoughts, concerns, or suggestions, because there was also a short answer question. Also, there was a Gantt chart prepared by Dr. Edyta Orłowska, who monitored the performance and the achievement of milestones and deliverables against the Gantt chart. And if it was needed, she modified it. Also, there were consortium meetings for the majority of the projects. These were conducted monthly with some slight deviations throughout. We also conducted internal peer review. So that was, for example, for deliverables. And if needed, corrective actions were taken. So let me now show you some instruments and tools that we used. Okay, so this is like a huge, huge graph. And so I'm going to describe the most important documents. So we, for example, had a deliverables acceptance plan and a deliverables acceptance checklist. So this was used for, let's say, meritoric deliverables. For example, the handbook in working package number 2. So we had we had developed a specific checklist for this work, as this was not just a document, it was an educational content, so it required an assessment by experts. So so team members kindly agreed to review this deliverable before it was like formally reviewed and accepted as a document. We also had an external evaluator that assessed our project in looking at it from different angles. And what is unique about this evaluator, that this was not like an audit, so it was not like a financial assessment, but it was an assessment of the educational content and the impact of our project and sustainability of it in the future. We also collected some documentation, for example, the minutes of our meetings, summaries, or even recordings. So we could look back at the decisions made, the discussions, and so on. So yeah, so I think that this is the most the most important part I wanted to explain here, because you could see that some of the documents were used in different stages, or the same stages of assessment. Okay, so we had a lot of meetings. So, and as I said, all of them have actually been assessed. And today I would like to show a summary of the assessment of the major meetings, which were in-person meetings of the entire consortium. So they were planned to be all of them in person, but unfortunately, the first one could not be held in person. So instead, we changed it to an online meeting, which also shows the flexibility of the consortium and the ability to adjust to circumstances. So the meetings were in Chile, in Finland, in Costa Rica, and in Mexico. And here you can see the responses of the participants of these meetings. And they assessed different aspects of the meetings on a Likert scale. And 5 means I definitely agree with the statement. 4, I agree. 3 is like neutral, and 2, I don't agree, and 1, I definitely do not agree. And the statements are visible at the top of each graph. So we can see that before the meeting, people knew what the meeting was supposed to be about. We can see that in each case, the majority of people said that. Also, the participants agreed with the statement that the issues discussed during the agenda were consistent with the meeting objectives. And I could say from personal experience that we actually got better throughout the project in being like very on topic and very time that we could use the time very well. Yes, I think I've been here. Right. So, so in addition to the meetings like covering and discussing some particular issues planned, they were also important to for the people to understand the general course of the project and the progress. And also, it was very important for us to communicate openly and to discuss everything. So this is visible that we were successful in that approach in the analysis of this response, as participants agreed that everyone contributed to the success of the meeting. And also everyone could express their opinions during the meeting. So, okay, we're a little bit less in agreement about prompt solving of issues, but also the majority of participants agreed that we did. Okay, so let me go back to that previous slide. So generally, you could say that all the responses were strongly skewed towards I definitely agree and I agree. And if there are some responses with I don't agree or definitely don't agree, we could say that we're just like not like a systemic issue, but some temporary drawbacks. Okay, what were the challenges in the quality assurance? So I'm going to talk about key risks, the mitigation measures, and recommendations for future projects. So some risks were related to bureaucratic issues. For example, because our project involved human participants and surveying students and administrative staff and academic staff, we had to have ethical approvals, and that took a long time. It usually does, unfortunately. There are also some problems with low survey response rates, quite a big attrition. We could see it in a previous presentation from VP3. So the mitigation included local language support or active participant engagement or asking more students to participate. But again, attrition rates, like high attrition rates, are also to be expected. A challenge was also time zone difference. So this was mitigated by flexible scheduling so that we could all participate in the meetings. And also the meetings were planned in advance, for example, for the entire semester, so that it could be adjusted to different holidays, different semesters schedules, and our teaching load. As far as language barriers are concerned, so our project was also unique in this that it had all the materials had to be prepared in 2 languages, in English and Spanish. So we also, of course, used some digital technologies, but all the materials were reviewed by our Latin America partners. So without their support, that risk couldn't be mitigated, I think. So thank you very much for reviewing the materials. There are also some delays in the application development, and this was mitigated by enhanced coordination and some feedback. And also there were some changes in VP1 leadership. So the project coordinator position has been changed several times, and this was mitigated by VP leaders, other VP leaders, like taking over some of the duties, and also intensified communication that was especially led by the leaders of VP5 and VP6. So thank you, Marta and Annabelle. And so from these risks, we can learn for the future. So what we learned here is that the key is proactive and open communication, and also early escalation of the serious issues, including letters of concern. Also flexibility in coordinating regular meetings and routines. Having structured monitoring tools, like, for example, deviation log or tracking the deliverables. So we had a file shared on a Google disk that was used to upload our documents, and everyone could see, like live, what is the status of the deliverables. And also support and help with languages by the local teams who speak particular language. So the best practices for online meetings, we think it is a clear purpose and agenda as each VP leader presented the progress of their VP. So it was important that they knew exactly what they were supposed to focus on. Also defined deliverables for every meeting and like a time discipline to improve efficiency. Another important thing was that the meeting schedule was decided in advance and followed rigorously, and also consideration of time zone differences. For email communications, we can suggest clear subject lines so that we can track discussions on the same topic, also including like bullet points, highlights in the emails, so we know what is most important. Also ownership of the task so that it is clear from each email who is responsible for each action to be taken. Yes. And also our emails were frequently in both English and Spanish, which I think also helped clarify everything. Yes. So the communication activities that were identified as particularly effective were regular consortium meetings, VP-specific meetings. In addition to consortium meetings, where only some members of the consortium met to discuss specific issues. The monitoring of the communication quality and reporting on the findings of these assessments. Evaluation surveys, escalation procedures, also structured coordination and proactive risk management. The opportunities that I could show is, of course, our postgraduate program and e-toolkit that were discussed previously. And I think that most of those were already discussed when talking about VP2 and VP3, VP4. So I'm not going to repeat that. I could maybe mention that what is important is use of validated methodology as, for example, FinCoda or MICA surveys. Okay, and at the very end, I would like to share the summary of our assessment from our external evaluator. So the evaluator considered 5 main criteria, and you could see that the assessment goes from good to very high, and we are especially highly assessed in relevance and impact. And here are the key recommendations from the external assessment for our project to be sustainable. And of course, the entire assessment will be uploaded to our Google form, so you can all see the details of that assessment. Okay, thank you very much.
Okay, Marta, thank you very much for your clear presentation of VP5. Thank you to all the VP leaders for your excellent presentation of the VP that their leads. We will now open the floor for a few questions by the chat or by the Q&A feature in the Zoom submit. So let me see that there is any question written in the chat. No. Well, I am seeing that there is no any question in the chat. So I'm gonna I'm gonna bring Marianella's with the next step. So Marianella, please.
Thank you so much, Álvaro, and thank you to all of the work package leaders for their presentations and all the information that they gave us. Right now, we will take a little break, so maybe it will be 20-minute break, and we will be back in 20 minutes. That for those guide themselves with Mexico time, that will be 12 o'clock in Mexico. And after the recess, we will have the presentation of our toolkit, the app that is already available for everyone to download. So I hope to see you all in 20 minutes right here. This will give us a chance to relax a little bit, to go for a coffee, and also for some of our partners in Europe to join the meeting. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Marianela.
El incremento de la obesidad infantil en América Latina es un gran problema social, económico y de salud mental para las familias y la sociedad en general. Con el apoyo del programa Erasmus, el proyecto Cielo ha iniciado sus esfuerzos para abordar esta problemática a través de la investigación y el desarrollo de capacidades para la prevención de la obesidad infantil y la promoción de la salud mental. Cielo entra en acción al reunir a 3 universidades europeas y 9 latinoamericanas que colaboran para crear un programa de capacitación de posgrado en línea y una innovadora aplicación móvil llamada eToolkit. El primer paso consiste en realizar un diagnóstico detallado del contexto en América Latina, enfocándose en la comprensión mutua de la salud y la promoción de la salud mental. A partir de este diagnóstico, se desarrollará el programa de posgrado en línea y se capacitará a los académicos en las universidades participantes, potenciando sus habilidades docentes y preparándolos para formar a los profesionales que trabajan en entornos comunitarios primarios en Chile, Costa Rica y México. Una vez listos, se implementará el curso multidisciplinario y se evaluará su impacto en la prevención de la obesidad infantil y en la promoción de la salud mental. Cielo también busca influir en las políticas públicas de los países participantes para lograr un impacto duradero. Para ello, será esencial contar con el apoyo de instituciones y organizaciones en el ámbito educativo y de salud, que puedan apoyar uniéndose a la discusión y siguiendo de cerca y dando difusión a los avances e impactos del proyecto. El incremento de la obesidad infantil en América Latina es un gran problema social, económico y de salud mental para las familias y la sociedad en general. Con el apoyo del programa Erasmus, el proyecto Cielo ha iniciado sus esfuerzos para abordar esta problemática a través de la investigación y el desarrollo de capacidades para la prevención de la obesidad infantil y la promoción de la salud mental. Cielo entra en acción al reunir a 3 universidades europeas y 9 latinoamericanas que colaboran para crear un programa de capacitación de posgrado en línea y una innovadora aplicación móvil llamada eToolkit. El primer paso consiste en realizar un diagnóstico detallado del contexto en América Latina, enfocándose en la comprensión mutua de la salud y la promoción de la salud mental. A partir de este diagnóstico, se desarrollará el programa de posgrado en línea y se capacitará a los académicos en las universidades participantes, potenciando sus habilidades docentes y preparándolos para formar a los profesionales que trabajan en entornos comunitarios primarios en Chile, Costa Rica y México. Una vez listos, se implementará el curso multidisciplinario y se evaluará su impacto en la prevención de la obesidad infantil y en la promoción de la salud mental. Cielo también busca influir en las políticas públicas de los países participantes para lograr un impacto duradero. Para ello, será esencial contar con el apoyo de instituciones y organizaciones en el ámbito educativo y de salud, que puedan apoyar uniéndose a la discusión y siguiendo de cerca y dando difusión a los avances e impactos del proyecto.
El incremento de la obesidad infantil en América Latina es un gran problema social, económico y de salud mental para las familias y la sociedad en general. Con el apoyo del programa Erasmus, el proyecto Cielo ha iniciado sus esfuerzos para abordar esta problemática a través de la investigación y el desarrollo de capacidades para la prevención de la obesidad infantil y la promoción de la salud mental. Cielo entra en acción al reunir a 3 universidades europeas y 9 latinoamericanas que colaboran para crear un programa de capacitación de posgrado en línea y una innovadora aplicación móvil llamada eToolkit. El primer paso consiste en realizar un diagnóstico detallado del contexto en América Latina, enfocándose en la comprensión mutua de la salud y la promoción de la salud mental. A partir de este diagnóstico, se desarrollará el programa de posgrado en línea y se capacitará a los académicos en las universidades participantes, potenciando sus habilidades docentes y preparándolos para formar a los profesionales que trabajan en entornos comunitarios primarios en Chile, Costa Rica y México. Una vez listos, se implementará el curso multidisciplinario y se evaluará su impacto en la prevención de la obesidad infantil y en la promoción de la salud mental. Cielo también busca influir en las políticas públicas de los países participantes para lograr un impacto duradero. Para ello, será esencial contar con el apoyo de instituciones y organizaciones en el ámbito educativo y de salud, que puedan apoyar uniéndose a la discusión y siguiendo de cerca y dando difusión a los avances e impactos del proyecto. El incremento de la obesidad infantil en América Latina es un gran problema social, económico y de salud mental para las familias y la sociedad en general. Con el apoyo del programa Erasmus, el proyecto Cielo ha iniciado sus esfuerzos para abordar esta problemática a través de la investigación y el desarrollo de capacidades para la prevención de la obesidad infantil y la promoción de la salud mental. Cielo entra en acción al reunir a 3 universidades europeas y 9 latinoamericanas que colaboran para crear un programa de capacitación de posgrado en línea y una innovadora aplicación móvil llamada eToolkit. El primer paso consiste en realizar un diagnóstico detallado del contexto en América Latina, enfocándose en la comprensión mutua de la salud y la promoción de la salud mental. A partir de este diagnóstico, se desarrollará el programa de posgrado en línea y se capacitará a los académicos en las universidades participantes, potenciando sus habilidades docentes y preparándolos para formar a los profesionales que trabajan en entornos comunitarios primarios en Chile, Costa Rica y México. Una vez listos, se implementará el curso multidisciplinario y se evaluará su impacto en la prevención de la obesidad infantil y en la promoción de la salud mental. Cielo también busca influir en las políticas públicas de los países participantes para lograr un impacto duradero. Para ello, será esencial contar con el apoyo de instituciones y organizaciones en el ámbito educativo y de salud, que puedan apoyar uniéndose a la discusión y siguiendo de cerca y dando difusión a los avances e impactos del proyecto. El incremento de la obesidad infantil en América Latina es un gran problema social, económico y de salud mental para las familias y la sociedad en general. Con el apoyo del programa Erasmus, el proyecto Cielo ha iniciado sus esfuerzos para abordar esta problemática a través de la investigación y el desarrollo de capacidades para la prevención de la obesidad infantil y la promoción de la salud mental. Cielo entra en acción al reunir a 3 universidades europeas y 9 latinoamericanas que colaboran para crear un programa de capacitación de posgrado en línea y una innovadora aplicación móvil llamada eToolkit. El primer paso consiste en realizar un diagnóstico detallado del contexto en América Latina, enfocándose en la comprensión mutua de la salud y la promoción de la salud mental. A partir de este diagnóstico, se desarrollará el programa de posgrado en línea y se capacitará a los académicos en las universidades participantes, potenciando sus habilidades docentes y preparándolos para formar a los profesionales que trabajan en entornos comunitarios primarios en Chile, Costa Rica y México. Una vez listos, se implementará el curso multidisciplinario y se evaluará su impacto en la prevención de la obesidad infantil y en la promoción de la salud mental. Cielo también busca influir en las políticas públicas de los países participantes para lograr un impacto duradero. Para ello, será esencial contar con el apoyo de instituciones y organizaciones en el ámbito educativo y de salud, que puedan apoyar uniéndose a la discusión y siguiendo de cerca y dando difusión a los avances e impactos del proyecto. El incremento de la obesidad infantil en América Latina es un gran problema social, económico y de salud mental para las familias y la sociedad en general. Con el apoyo del programa Erasmus, el proyecto Cielo ha iniciado sus esfuerzos para abordar esta problemática a través de la investigación y el desarrollo de capacidades para la prevención de la obesidad infantil y la promoción de la salud mental. Cielo entra en acción al reunir a 3 universidades europeas y 9 latinoamericanas que colaboran para crear un programa de capacitación de posgrado en línea y una innovadora aplicación móvil llamada eToolkit. El primer paso consiste en realizar un diagnóstico detallado del contexto en América Latina, enfocándose en la comprensión mutua de la salud y la promoción de la salud mental. A partir de este diagnóstico, se desarrollará el programa de posgrado en línea y se capacitará a los académicos en las universidades participantes, potenciando sus habilidades docentes y preparándolos para formar a los profesionales que trabajan en entornos comunitarios primarios en Chile, Costa Rica y México. Una vez listos, se implementará el curso multidisciplinario y se evaluará su impacto en la prevención de la obesidad infantil y en la promoción de la salud mental. Cielo también busca influir en las políticas públicas de los países participantes para lograr un impacto duradero. Para ello, será esencial contar con el apoyo de instituciones y organizaciones en el ámbito educativo y de salud, que puedan apoyar uniéndose a la discusión y siguiendo de cerca y dando difusión a los avances e impactos del proyecto. El incremento de la obesidad infantil en América Latina es un gran problema social, económico y de salud mental para las familias y la sociedad en general. Con el apoyo del programa Erasmus, el proyecto Cielo ha iniciado sus esfuerzos para abordar esta problemática a través de la investigación y el desarrollo de capacidades para la prevención de la obesidad infantil y la promoción de la salud mental. Cielo entra en acción al reunir a 3 universidades europeas y 9 latinoamericanas que colaboran para crear un programa de capacitación de posgrado en línea y una innovadora aplicación móvil llamada eToolkit. El primer paso consiste en realizar un diagnóstico detallado del contexto en América Latina, enfocándose en la comprensión mutua de la salud y la promoción de la salud mental. A partir de este diagnóstico, se desarrollará el programa de posgrado en línea y se capacitará a los académicos en las universidades participantes, potenciando sus habilidades docentes y preparándolos para formar a los profesionales que trabajan en entornos comunitarios primarios en Chile, Costa Rica y México. Una vez listos, se implementará el curso multidisciplinario y se evaluará su impacto en la prevención de la obesidad infantil y en la promoción de la salud mental. Cielo también busca influir en las políticas públicas de los países participantes para lograr un impacto duradero. Para ello, será esencial contar con el apoyo de instituciones y organizaciones en el ámbito educativo y de salud, que puedan apoyar uniéndose a la discusión y siguiendo de cerca y dando difusión a los avances e impactos del proyecto. El incremento de la obesidad infantil en América Latina es un gran problema social, económico y de salud mental para las familias y la sociedad en general. Con el apoyo del programa Erasmus, el proyecto Cielo ha iniciado sus esfuerzos para abordar esta problemática a través de la investigación y el desarrollo de capacidades para la prevención de la obesidad infantil y la promoción de la salud mental. Cielo entra en acción al reunir a 3 universidades europeas y 9 latinoamericanas que colaboran para crear un programa de capacitación de posgrado en línea y una innovadora aplicación móvil llamada eToolkit. El primer paso consiste en realizar un diagnóstico detallado del contexto en América Latina, enfocándose en la comprensión mutua de la salud y la promoción de la salud mental. A partir de este diagnóstico, se desarrollará el programa de posgrado en línea y se capacitará a los académicos en las universidades participantes, potenciando sus habilidades docentes y preparándolos para formar a los profesionales que trabajan en entornos comunitarios primarios en Chile, Costa Rica y México. Una vez listos, se implementará el curso multidisciplinario y se evaluará su impacto en la prevención de la obesidad infantil y en la promoción de la salud mental. Cielo también busca influir en las políticas públicas de los países participantes para lograr un impacto duradero. Para ello, será esencial contar con el apoyo de instituciones y organizaciones en el ámbito educativo y de salud, que puedan apoyar uniéndose a la discusión y siguiendo de cerca y dando difusión a los avances e impactos del proyecto. El incremento de la obesidad infantil en América Latina es un gran problema social, económico y de salud mental para las familias y la sociedad en general. Con el apoyo del programa Erasmus, el proyecto Cielo ha iniciado sus esfuerzos para abordar esta problemática a través de la investigación y el desarrollo de capacidades para la prevención de la obesidad infantil y la promoción de la salud mental. Cielo entra en acción al reunir a 3 universidades europeas y 9 latinoamericanas que colaboran para crear un programa de capacitación de posgrado en línea y una innovadora aplicación móvil llamada eToolkit. El primer paso consiste en realizar un diagnóstico detallado del contexto en América Latina, enfocándose en la comprensión mutua de la salud y la promoción de la salud mental. A partir de este diagnóstico, se desarrollará el programa de posgrado en línea y se capacitará a los académicos en las universidades participantes, potenciando sus habilidades docentes y preparándolos para formar a los profesionales que trabajan en entornos comunitarios primarios en Chile, Costa Rica y México. Una vez listos, se implementará el curso multidisciplinario y se evaluará su impacto en la prevención de la obesidad infantil y en la promoción de la salud mental. Cielo también busca influir en las políticas públicas de los países participantes para lograr un impacto duradero. Para ello, será esencial contar con el apoyo de instituciones y organizaciones en el ámbito educativo y de salud, que puedan apoyar uniéndose a la discusión y siguiendo de cerca y dando difusión a los avances e impactos del proyecto. El incremento de la obesidad infantil en América Latina es un gran problema social, económico y de salud mental para las familias y la sociedad en general. Con el apoyo del programa Erasmus, el proyecto Cielo ha iniciado sus esfuerzos para abordar esta problemática a través de la investigación y el desarrollo de capacidades para la prevención de la obesidad infantil y la promoción de la salud mental. Cielo entra en acción al reunir a 3 universidades europeas y 9 latinoamericanas que colaboran para crear un programa de capacitación de posgrado en línea y una innovadora aplicación móvil llamada eToolkit. El primer paso consiste en realizar un diagnóstico detallado del contexto en América Latina, enfocándose en la comprensión mutua de la salud y la promoción de la salud mental. A partir de este diagnóstico, se desarrollará el programa de posgrado en línea y se capacitará a los académicos en las universidades participantes, potenciando sus habilidades docentes y preparándolos para formar a los profesionales que trabajan en entornos comunitarios primarios en Chile, Costa Rica y México. Una vez listos, se implementará el curso multidisciplinario y se evaluará su impacto en la prevención de la obesidad infantil y en la promoción de la salud mental. Cielo también busca influir en las políticas públicas de los países participantes para lograr un impacto duradero. Para ello, será esencial contar con el apoyo de instituciones y organizaciones en el ámbito educativo y de salud, que puedan apoyar uniéndose a la discusión y siguiendo de cerca y dando difusión a los avances e impactos del proyecto. El incremento de la obesidad infantil en América Latina es un gran problema social, económico y de salud mental para las familias y la sociedad en general. Con el apoyo del programa Erasmus, el proyecto Cielo ha iniciado sus esfuerzos para abordar esta problemática a través de la investigación y el desarrollo de capacidades para la prevención de la obesidad infantil y la promoción de la salud mental. Cielo entra en acción al reunir a 3 universidades europeas y 9 latinoamericanas que colaboran para crear un programa de capacitación de posgrado en línea y una innovadora aplicación móvil llamada eToolkit. El primer paso consiste en realizar un diagnóstico detallado del contexto en América Latina, enfocándose en la comprensión mutua de la salud y la promoción de la salud mental. A partir de este diagnóstico, se desarrollará el programa de posgrado en línea y se capacitará a los académicos en las universidades participantes, potenciando sus habilidades docentes y preparándolos para formar a los profesionales que trabajan en entornos comunitarios primarios en Chile, Costa Rica y México. Una vez listos, se implementará el curso multidisciplinario y se evaluará su impacto en la prevención de la obesidad infantil y en la promoción de la salud mental. Cielo también busca influir en las políticas públicas de los países participantes para lograr un impacto duradero. Para ello, será esencial contar con el apoyo de instituciones y organizaciones en el ámbito educativo y de salud, que puedan apoyar uniéndose a la discusión y siguiendo de cerca y dando difusión a los avances e impactos del proyecto.
Hello, everyone. I hope you can hear me. We are back. Can someone please confirm that you can hear me properly?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, that's great. Well, I hope you all enjoyed your break. Thank you so much for being here. Now we have one of the most anticipated moments of this seminar, which is the demonstration of our e-toolkit. This is a digital tool and is a practical complement to our online course. I think that Agnes and Lucas might be here to show us how this app works. So if you're here, please open your mic and let us know.
Yes, we hear.
Great to hear you, Lucas. Go ahead then.
Thank you. So first, hello everyone. So today I'm going to give you the first demo of the Cielo application, which has been a major work in the progress over the past years, as we completely redevelop the entire application. So it's a result of a lot of hard work by the partner who have prepared their activity. So in fact, I would like first to thank you everyone who has been involved directly or indirectly in the development of this app and to create their activity. So I will share my screen to show you the application.
Thank you, Lucas. We start looking your screen.
Okay, perfect.
Thank you so very much.
No, it's a pleasure. Okay, so here is the first screen of the application to welcome the user and show the feature of the application. So the application is divided into two main sections. The first one is the health feature, like the mood, like the breath feature and the daily challenge. And the second part of the application is the activity. So the application has a lot of activity, so the user can play and discover what is mental well-being and to prevent the obesity. So I can first show you the mood checking feature. So the user is able to share his feeling and register how it feel today. So he can select if it feel pleasant, very pleasant, or unpleasant. Then he can describe and select how he feel. I don't know, like if it's happy, joyful, satisfied. then he can select what is grateful for the day. And he can also write freely what is on his mind. Like for example, I had a good day, and at the end, its log is feeling. So we can also track how we feel past like in a week or in a month. The second feature is the breath feature. So this feature is here to help the user to calm down. So it's based on mindful breathing technique where the user can help themselves relax by starting a session of their chosen duration. So for example, I can choose here 1 minute. When starts, you can see it. Is there a little interactive animation that appear? So it's a circle that expand while inhaling or contract while exhaling. So it's here to guide the user to breathe with the 4-2-4 rhythm. And it's a scientist, it's proven that it's helps the user to calm down when they're stressed. There are also a last big feature of the application with the daily challenge. So there are like 31 challenge that the user can complete each day, and he can just complete one challenge a day. So he need to go every day to fill each challenge. So for example, drink a glass of water, give hug. So it's a little fun challenge. So for example, here I can mark this as done. And you can also browse every daily challenge. So now I can show you the most interesting part of the application, the activity. So it's small games that help the user to play and learn through mental well-being. So the first one, the first activity, it's a healthy plate. So it's an interactive activity where the user can create a balanced meal, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, by selecting food that match the nutritional need of the chosen character. So for example, when you first open the activity, the user can select one persona, and for each persona, you need to select the right food to match the need. So for example, if I choose Matteo, I need to select the right food to match the 2000 target of calorie by day. So I will select, for example, Sofia. Then the user is able to select what food he want to select for his persona. You also have a lot of information on the food, like the calorie, protein, carbs, and you need also to fit their statistic to prevent, for example, to have a lot of fat by day. So you need to choose wisely what you want to take for your persona and to meet the target. So for example, I can select avocado, I can select tacos, and I can select soup. At the end, the user has a feedback of what he chose and what he can improve. So here we can see that the combination of other meat, meet the requirement of the meal. So you can also see what issue it's detect. For example, here you can see there are too much calorie based on the persona target, a lot of fat and a lot of carb. And you also have some suggestion to improve your score. The second activity is via games. So it's small. It's an interactive quiz where the user are asked question about obesity, mental health, and the interaction between their two area and epidemiology. So there are 5 questions in total with 1 minute to answer each question, and user receive instant feedback on their answer. So for example, here I will answer randomly. I can select this one. So here I have some feedback of my choice. So I can see that it's not quite, and I have the explanation of what my choice is bad. So the user always get feedback when he do wrong or when he answer good. He also have some feedback of his choice. So there are many questions, 5 in total, and at the end, the user receive a feedback of his score, and he can try to improve his score every time. Another activity is the crossword. So it's basically a crossword puzzle on the topic of the obesity. So I will not doing it all the crossword in front of you because you will have every answer, so you will be able to try it by yourself. But I can show you the first line. So you can see you by selecting the lines that you have a definition, and you need to input the right word to fill the line. And at the end, when you fill the entire puzzle, you have a hidden word that you need to find in the vertical. And you need to find this word to win the game. You have a glossary to help you to understand some of the acronym to complete this one. And if you're stuck, you can also have a hint. So for example, here, if I'm stuck, I can click here and I can see some of the word. So try to use it wisely. But if you're stuck, you can continue to play. Okay. Another activity is the garden games. So the goal of this activity is to guide the user step by step in creating a regenerative school garden through interactive and informative screen. So participants learn how to create a safe site, choose vegetable by color. So like I can select also the seat where I want to plant my bed. Then the user can choose, like I said, some vegetables to grow his garden. Like, and then he can prepare his garden and manage pest with ecological solution and harvest responsibility. So the goal of this activity is to give some input to the user so he can know what the best practice in some garden, autonomous garden. So I will not do all the garden right now, but here is some example of how to plant in the garden. The last activity is a guided workout video. So it's some video exercise where the user can practice physical activity through guided video. So I think you can't hear, but if you try it on your phone, you will see you will have also the audio video, and it's work like on TikTok. So you just have to scroll, and you have some prepared video where the user can try to reproduce the move and do some sport. So that was the last activity. Also in the application, you can find the credit section where you can see all the university who participate in this application and in this project. So you can find also your institution here, and you can also switch to Spanish for Spanish people. So also the crossword activity is also designed for Spanish. So you will have some change in the puzzle, but it will keep the same, basically the same definition and word. So that was the presentation of the application. I don't know if some of you have some question or want to see some part of the application. If you want to see some thing in particular, don't hesitate to ask.
Thank you so much, Lucas. If there is any question, please let us know right now so Lucas can keep showing what the application does. We also have the chat, so if you have any questions, you can leave it in the chat and we will try to follow up after this webinar.
You
thank
have
you
a
so
question?
much. There are no questions right now, so thank you so much, Lucas. I think you
Marianela,
can.
I
Yes.
would like to say
Go ahead.
Yes, thank you, Lucas, so much for this presentation. All of us, we haven't seen it all in one place, so it really gives us joy to see all the work that you have been doing and all the work that everybody sent you. It looks very nice in the e-toolkit. Thank you very much, Lucas.
Thank you very much. Just one last things.
Yes.
There's the last version of the application that has been published today. So if you want to download the last version of the application, it's available right now.
Thank you so much, Lucas. And actually, so that everyone can see where you can access the application and also the online course, I would like to share my screen just a moment so that we can all have this information. Let me just go here. Please let me know if you're seeing my screen. Is the Cielo homepage?
Yes, we're already seeing it, Marianela.
Okay, thank you. So if anyone needs to access these materials, first note that we have this web page where all the information is available. You can have a look at all the things that the project has been doing. There's a lot of information here and a lot of publications. But if you go up here where you can see this tab that says online course, you find information about how to register the course, the link to do the actual registration. And once you have a user and a password for the course, you can access through this online page, or you can just pin it to your web navigator. So if you go to the registration guide, you will see a short video that shows step by step how to go into the website and how to use it. And then if you go to the register area, after you watch the video, you will know how to follow the steps to register. So here's all the information. I know that right now it's not in Spanish, but you can translate over here. There is a way to move between English and Spanish. And you can also download the app that is already in Google Play. So you can go there as well and get this e-toolkit that Lucas was just showing us. So all of this information, again, is inside the Cielo webpage. Thank you so much. Now, Annabelle, I think you have some videos for us.
Yes, Marianela, we divided the rectors and deans videos because there were so many. But now I would like to present to you the second part of our rectors and deans. Let me start sharing my screen. Wait. And let's hear the next videos. Let me find out if all the information.
Es un honor dirigirme a ustedes a nombre de la Universidad La Salle Victoria en este seminario final virtual del proyecto Cielo Erasmus. El día de hoy celebramos los logros alcanzados en el proyecto Cielo, siendo esto el inicio de una nueva fase del mismo. Gracias a nuestra participación como universidad en este proyecto internacional, hemos alcanzado logros significativos. Unirnos a una red académica internacional nos ha permitido compartir experiencias y conocimientos con universidades de alto prestigio de Europa y Latinoamérica. Gracias a estas colaboraciones, emprendimos actividades de diagnóstico y sensibilización sobre la obesidad infantil y salud mental. Y a través de los productos obtenidos en el proyecto, el curso en línea y la e-Toolkit, hemos podido fortalecer la formación de nuestros estudiantes y docentes en temas de salud pública, lo que nos permite estar un paso más cerca de la promoción de entornos más saludables, humanos y de bienestar en nuestra comunidad. Durante la implementación enfrentamos retos importantes como la adaptación de recursos tecnológicos y metodológicos a nuestra realidad regional, así como la coordinación con otras instituciones cuya realidad es totalmente distinta a la nuestra. Sin embargo, estos desafíos se convirtieron en oportunidades de crecimiento y aprendizaje institucional. Hoy podemos ver que el esfuerzo y la colaboración han tenido sus frutos y esperamos continuar fortaleciendo estos vínculos. Los beneficios han sido claros. Nuestra comunidad universitaria ha vivido una experiencia extraordinaria de colaboración. Hemos adquirido nuevas competencias, accedido y creado herramientas digitales innovadoras y sobre todo hemos generado mayor conciencia sobre la importancia de la prevención y la promoción de la salud en nuestra comunidad. Los impactos concretos dentro de nuestra universidad son notables. En el ámbito académico, hemos incorporado contenidos innovadores en nuestros programas de estudios del área de la salud. En el plano institucional, hemos fortalecido nuestro posicionamiento como referente regional en proyectos internacionales en materia de salud. Y en la internacionalización, hemos consolidado vínculos con universidades de Europa y Latinoamérica, ampliando nuestras oportunidades de cooperación. Quiero expresar nuestro agradecimiento a la Unión Europea y a todas las universidades socias por este esfuerzo conjunto en el proyecto Cielo Erasmus. En La Salle Victoria estamos comprometidos a continuar aplicando los aprendizajes del proyecto en beneficio y al servicio de nuestra sociedad. Creemos firmemente que la educación y la salud son pilares para transformar nuestro entorno y construir un futuro más justo, más humano, fraterno y saludable. Indivisa manent, lo que está unido permanece.
Buenos días. Mi nombre es José Antonio del Coso Rilla, rector de la Universidad La Salle Noroeste. Es un verdadero honor dirigirme a ustedes hoy para compartir los logros y el impacto transformador del proyecto Cielo. Esta es una iniciativa financiada por el programa Erasmus de la Unión Europea, de la cual nuestra institución ha sido, con mucho orgullo, un actor clave. El proyecto Cielo no nació de la casualidad. Nació para abordar uno de los desafíos más acuciantes de nuestra sociedad actual: la creciente prevalencia de la obesidad infantil y su estrecho, pero a veces invisible, vínculo con la salud mental. No podemos cerrar los ojos a la realidad. En América Latina, y especialmente en México, las tasas de obesidad infantil se encuentran entre las más altas del mundo. Esto no es solo una estadística fría, conlleva graves consecuencias para la salud física, el desarrollo emocional y el bienestar general de las futuras generaciones. Es una crisis silenciosa que compromete el futuro de nuestros niños y jóvenes. Nuestra universidad, consciente de esta cruda realidad y fiel a su misión social, asumió con valentía el reto de ser parte activa de la solución. Decidimos que no podíamos ser simples espectadores. Hoy, al mirar atrás, quiero destacar que este éxito que hoy celebramos es el fruto de la perseverancia. Durante 5 largos años, creímos firmemente en esta idea. La nutrimos con investigación rigurosa, la defendimos con pasión ante las instancias europeas, hasta que finalmente, en junio de 2023, nuestro sueño se hizo realidad. Durante todo este trayecto de 5 años, nuestro equipo de investigadores y académicos trabajó con una dedicación incansable. Se dedicaron a recabar información valiosa, fortaleciendo alianzas estratégicas y tejiendo redes de colaboración que hoy trascienden fronteras. Gracias a este esfuerzo colectivo, el proyecto Cielo ha logrado diseñar herramientas e intervenciones integrales. No nos limitamos a hablar de nutrición o ejercicio físico. Fuimos más allá, integrando el cuidado de la salud mental y la autoestima como pilares fundamentales para el bienestar de la niñez. Este enfoque holístico es lo que hace a Cielo un proyecto verdaderamente innovador y transformador. Hemos demostrado que la academia tiene el poder de salir de las aulas para transformar vidas, impactando directamente a las familias, a las escuelas y a los profesionales de la salud que día a día luchan en el frente de esta batalla. Nada de esto habría sido posible sin el voto de confianza de la Unión Europea a través del programa Erasmus, ni sin el compromiso inquebrantable de cada miembro de nuestra comunidad universitaria. A nuestros investigadores, profesores y aliados internacionales, gracias por su entrega y por demostrar el verdadero espíritu de servicio y excelencia. Los resultados obtenidos hasta ahora son sumamente alentadores, pero el camino no termina aquí. Al contrario, este es solo el inicio. Los cimientos ya están firmemente construidos. Ahora nos corresponde a todos seguir impulsando estas acciones, mantener vivas las alianzas y asegurar que los beneficios del proyecto Cielo sigan llegando a más niños y niñas que lo necesitan. Los invito a que sigamos trabajando juntos con la misma pasión y rigor que nos han traído hasta este día, construyendo un entorno más saludable, más justo y con un mejor futuro para las próximas generaciones. Muchas gracias.
Estimados todos, reciban un cordial saludo desde la Universidad La Salle, México. En el contexto del proyecto internacional Cielo Erasmus+, enfocado a fortalecer las capacidades de profesionales de la salud para prevenir la obesidad y promover la salud mental infantil en México, Costa Rica y Chile, me complace compartirles los principales aprendizajes, retos y resultados de nuestra participación. Durante su implementación, el proyecto enfrentó retos significativos propios de su alcance internacional. Entre ellos, destacaron la coordinación de equipos multidisciplinarios en 2 continentes, las diferencias culturales, lingüísticas y académicas, así como la necesidad de armonizar procedimientos éticos, metodológicos y administrativos entre las instituciones participantes. El desarrollo del curso en línea y de la aplicación móvil eToolkit exigió procesos constantes de diseño, pilotaje y mejora para asegurar su pertinencia académica y cultural en distintos contextos latinoamericanos. Estos desafíos fortalecieron nuestras capacidades institucionales de gestión internacional y confirmaron el valor de la cooperación académica para atender problemáticas complejas. La Universidad La Salle, México, desempeñó un papel activo en la coordinación e implementación de actividades académicas, de investigación y de difusión. Destacan el verano de investigación interprofesional Cielo Erasmus, y el Laboratorio de Políticas Públicas en Salud y su impacto en la gobernanza, realizados en el marco del verano lasallista de investigación en el año 2024 y 2025. Ambas iniciativas impulsaron la formación de estudiantes y docentes en enfoques interdisciplinarios, investigación aplicada, innovación y trabajo colaborativo. Asimismo, la universidad coordinó el Seminario Nacional en Prevención de la Obesidad Infantil, que incluyó la conferencia magistral del Dr. Simón Barquera Cervera, referente internacional en salud pública y nutrición. También promovió la presentación del proyecto en el Senado de la República Mexicana, contribuyendo a posicionar la importancia de la cooperación internacional y la investigación científica en la agenda pública. En el ámbito académico, participó en el diseño y desarrollo de un curso en línea dirigido a docentes, estudiantes y profesionales de la salud, enfocado en la prevención de la obesidad y la promoción de la salud mental infantil. De manera complementaria, colaboró en la adaptación cultural y pilotaje de la aplicación eToolkit, herramienta digital orientada a apoyar procesos de formación y promoción de estilos de vida saludables. Asimismo, contribuyó a la generación de evidencia científica mediante procesos de mapeo, evaluación y pilotaje en los países participantes. Logró consolidar una red internacional de colaboración académica con instituciones de México, Costa Rica, Chile, Finlandia, Letonia y Polonia, y aportar múltiples beneficios para la comunidad universitaria, como el acceso a docentes e investigadores, a espacios internacionales de colaboración, la participación de estudiantes en investigación aplicada, innovación educativa y trabajo interdisciplinario, y el fortalecimiento de competencias del personal administrativo en gestión de proyectos internacionales. En términos de impacto, se fortalecieron las capacidades de investigación interdisciplinaria, se ampliaron las redes de cooperación internacional, se consolidaron procesos de innovación educativa apoyados en tecnología y se robusteció la vinculación con actores del sector académico, de salud y tomadores de decisiones. En esencia, el proyecto Cielo deja una lección clara. Los problemas complejos requieren respuestas construidas desde la evidencia, la colaboración y la educación. Como universidad, afirmamos nuestro compromiso de generar conocimiento, formar profesionales preparados y desarrollar soluciones innovadoras que contribuyen al bienestar social. En gratitud, Divisa Manet, permanezcamos unidos.
Hola, mi nombre es Leila Juri, soy la decana de la Facultad de Ciencias de la Salud de la Universidad Católica Silva Enríquez, y para nuestra facultad es un orgullo poder presentar los resultados de este proyecto Cielo. El paquete de trabajo tuvo como objetivo principal mapear las buenas prácticas y las competencias para la prevención de la obesidad infantil y la promoción de la salud mental en docentes, estudiantes y profesionales de la salud de diversas universidades latinoamericanas liderados por la Universidad Católica Silva Enríquez. Los principales resultados proporcionaron evidencia para desarrollar módulos formativos, recursos digitales y materiales educativos que permitieron fortalecer la colaboración internacional y la investigación entre las universidades participantes. Entre sus principales logros destaca la implementación de una investigación multicéntrica entre Chile, México y Costa Rica, donde sus principales logros fue la realización de 19 grupos focales y la participación de 201 estudiantes de las diversas universidades participantes. De estos grupos focales se obtuvo información muy relevante que permitió establecer 4 áreas fundamentales que influyen en la salud de niñas, niños y adolescentes, estableciendo también el papel fundamental que juegan la familia en la salud. Uno de los mayores desafíos fue coordinar el trabajo entre los distintos equipos de los diversos países, asegurando también la participación efectiva de los estudiantes cuyos contextos eran muy distintos. Sin embargo, este desafío se constituyó en la mayor fortaleza del proyecto. Dentro de este proyecto también surgieron 3 artículos de investigación, el cual uno ya fue enviado y los 2 se enviarán prontamente. Más allá de los productos académicos generados, este trabajo ha contribuido a formar profesionales de la salud integrales, con miradas profundas y desarrolladas en los determinantes sociales de salud, culturales que influyen en la salud infantil. Los resultados obtenidos reflejan el valor de la cooperación internacional para generar conocimiento con impacto real en la salud de nuestras comunidades. Muchas gracias.
thank you so very much to our rectors and deans for these very nice and very moving messages that they send us. You have been our leaderships. With your help, we have finished and worked with this project. Thank you so very much. Now, it's time to close our seminar. Let me see. And I would like to introduce to you, and I have the honor and the hearing of our brother José Antonio del Cos Zorrilla. He is our rector of La Salle University Noroeste. Brother José Antonio, will you please take voice and make your message for the closing of the project, please? Thank you.
Muchas gracias, Anabel, y muchas felicidades a todos ustedes que han participado en este gran proyecto. Estimados colegas, autoridades universitarias, estudiantes y amigos que nos acompañan el día de hoy, nos reúne un motivo de profunda celebración con la culminación exitosa del proyecto Cielo. Nos encontramos en un momento de balance, pero sobre todo de profunda gratitud. Mirar hacia atrás nos obliga a recordar cómo comenzó esta travesía y a dimensionar el verdadero impacto de lo que hemos construido juntos. El proyecto Cielo demostró desde el primer día que los grandes desafíos del siglo XXI no se resuelven en aislamiento, se enfrentan mejor en equipo. A lo largo de este camino hemos construido un puente muy sólido de cooperación entre Europa y América Latina, demostrando con hechos que la colaboración científica y académica trasciende cualquier frontera geográfica o cultural. Lo que hoy vemos como una meta alcanzada comenzó como una gran apuesta colectiva. Un consorcio de 12 universidades provenientes de 6 países: Finlandia, Letonia, Polonia, Chile, Costa Rica y México, se unió con la firme convicción de trabajar de la mano. Durante 36 meses de esfuerzo ininterrumpido, compartimos experiencias, conocimientos y recursos materiales y humanos, impulsados siempre por un objetivo común que hoy se vuelve realidad. Es fundamental recordar el por qué nos unimos. Cielo nunca fue planteado como un mero ejercicio académico aislado o un debate teórico guardado en una biblioteca. Este proyecto nació como una respuesta concreta, urgente y necesaria para una verdadera crisis de salud pública que golpea con fuerza a nuestra región: la obesidad infantil y su estrecho y complejo vínculo con la salud mental. Este es un problema que nos afecta de manera especial en México y toda América Latina. Sabíamos que para cambiar este panorama necesitábamos herramientas distintas y profesionales mejor preparados. Por eso nos propusimos que Cielo fuera una plataforma viva para capacitar a los futuros líderes de la salud para enfrentar este gran desafío desde un enfoque integral. ¿Cómo respondimos a este reto? Con innovación y rigor metodológico. Y los resultados hablan por sí solos en las diferentes presentaciones que hemos tenido durante este seminario. Sin embargo, detrás de la tecnología y los planes de estudio, siempre estuvo el factor humano. El verdadero corazón del proyecto Cielo son, sin duda, los estudiantes y los futuros profesionales de la salud.
Este proyecto no se limitó a transmitir conocimientos de manera unidireccional. Quisimos romper los modelos tradicionales e involucrarlos activamente en la co-creación de su propio aprendizaje. Un proyecto de este calibre requería una estrategia de difusión y comunicación de alto impacto que permitiera simplificar y amplificar nuestro mensaje, llevando los resultados más allá de los campus universitarios, sensibilizando a las comunidades y asegurando que las soluciones planteadas sigan resonando a largo plazo. Cerrar un proyecto no significa poner un punto final. En este caso, significa abrir una puerta hacia el futuro. El proyecto Cielo termina su etapa de financiamiento y desarrollo, pero su legado apenas comienza. Continúan las redes construidas, los profesionales capacitados, las herramientas en funcionamiento y, sobre todo, la certeza de que cuando Europa y América Latina se unen por la salud de las próximas generaciones, el cielo no es límite, es solo el comienzo. Muchísimas gracias a todos por hacer esto posible. Felicidades por el gran éxito y por el gran alcance de este gran proyecto de Erasmus más Cielo. Muchas gracias.
Hermano José Antonio, de manera especial quiero agradecerle por su confianza, por siempre estar presentes, no nada más con la Universidad La Salle Noroeste, sino con todas las universidades de América Latina, por habernos acompañado en este proceso de manera personal. Se lo agradezco. Le agradezco también a cada uno de mis compañeros en América Latina, a Patti en Victoria, que siempre hacía ese repaso. Patti Victoria, Zainid Pachuca, Dulce María México, José Adrián en Oaxaca, Marianela en Costa Rica, Félix en Costa Rica, Sebastián y Sandra en Chile y Flavio. De verdad, compañeros, fue un honor haber trabajado con ustedes. Este proyecto en lo personal me deja increíblemente satisfecha. Gracias también a mis compañeros europeos por habernos dado la oportunidad de colaborar con ustedes y de demostrar que entre todos podemos encontrar soluciones muy buenas para nuestros países. Now, I would like to thank Brother Jose Antonio for your inspiring words and motivating words. And also, I would like to thank a lot to our managers of the America Latina project. And also, I would like to make a very, very special thank you to my team, Work Package number 6. Without your help, I couldn't be doing all that we did for the diffusion and communication. Thank you so very much, Angela, Michelle, Alejandra, Tania, Marianela, Sebastián, Flavio, all of you that helped us with the diffusion and communication made the difference. Thank you so very much. On behalf of the entire Cielo team, we want to extend our deepest gratitude to all the participants, speakers, and especially to the Erasmus Plus program for making this project possible. Marianela?
Yes, we will also want to thank the European and the Latin American universities for all your unwavering collaboration during this project.
Álvaro?
And a special thank you for the children and the families of Latin America who are the ultimate beneficiaries of our work. This is not an end, but it's a beginning.
Thank you, Álvaro. Now we will take another picture again.
Anabel?
We have been taking a lot of pictures so we can share it with everybody. So please open again your cameras. Marta Witowska, thank you so very much that you're still here with us. I know it's very late at night, and also to Andra. Thank you for being with us. Now I will take a picture. Please open your cameras and give us your best smile. It's worth it. Thank you, Etzel, Pablo, Ana Salazar. Thank you. There's 1, 2, and 3. Thank you. Wait for me. I'm saving the picture. And then I'm going to take another picture. Please give me your best smile. It's worth it. 1, 2, and 3. Thank you so very much. So this concludes our Erasmus Cielo final seminar. We wish you all a wonderful day and night, and we hope you continue to be part of this movement of healthier children in Latin America. Thank you and goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye, take care.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Luego, bye.
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 Si quiere, voy a parar la grabación, ¿eh? Sí, ¿verdad, Alejandra?
Sí, aquí también ya detuve la transmisión.
Muy bien, pues compañeros, hemos terminado. Muchas gracias a todos por estar aquí, por acompañarnos. ¿Cómo lo vieron?
Súper, ya, qué emoción. Esta es la última actividad grande, aunque todavía quedan detallitos, pero todo bien ya.
Así es, gracias a Dios y gracias Marianela, gracias a todos, no sé cómo agradecerles a todos, de verdad. Álvaro, muchas gracias por estar con nosotros desde el principio hasta ahorita. Gracias.
Sí, no, ya no volví a descansar, anoche trabajaste hasta muy tarde.
Sí, ahorita ya me voy a ir a dormir para luego ver el juego de México que vamos a ganar.
Seguro que sí, yo no sé nada de fútbol, pero mucha suerte.
Yo tampoco.
Chao.
Nos vemos hasta